The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Chris Sims is defending the Jets. Don't you dare question what this offense can be with Breece Hall. We'll talk about that and much more. A lot to get into. Rookie minicamp is in the books. The schedule is coming out later this week, and we have a first-time guest set to join us. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's go, Knicks. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show presented by PrizePicks. Click the like button and make sure you are a subscriber to the channel if you are new. Before we bring on today's guest, let me remind all of you about just an unbelievable event. We announced it this morning. I want to make sure plenty of people spread the word to all their favorite Jet fans. The first ever Gangrene Beach Club is coming up on July 11th in Atlantic City. Join me, Rich Samini, Brandon Tierney, Fireman Ed, Connor Hughes, Antoine Staley, Brian Costello, Ryan Sampson, Zach Rosenblatt, Will Parkinson, Frankie V, Omari Brown, Matt O'Leary, Green Bean, Ryan Delaney, Jets Talk 24/7, Richie Molera, Jets Media, Robbie Sabo, Dom C, Joe Blewett, Nick Faria, Boy Green, Brianna Martinez, Nick Shine, Tyson Rauch, and many more as we party at Ocean Casino and Resort inside HQ2 Beach Club. It's going to be epic. Tickets are just $25. All the info for the event is on the website, gangrenebeachclub.com. More info as we get closer, but tickets are on sale now, gangrenebeachclub.com. With that, we say hello to a guy that I guess I'm not supposed to like because I just learned right before the show. He's a graduate of SUNY Cortland, but he does a good job covering the Jets, so we'll bring him on anyway. Justin Fried from the Jet Press joins us now. Justin, I will forgive you for graduating from that awful, awful school and welcome you to the show anyway. What's going on, man?
Oh, what's going on, buddy? I appreciate it. I'll forgive you as well for graduating from Ithaca. I will point out as well, recent D3 football champs, SUNY Cortland. Won't brag too much, but I was going to point that out. Appreciate you having me on, buddy.
Look, as cool as that is, and I'm happy for Will Parkinson, you, and all the Cortland graduates. The only thing that matters is the Cortica Jug, and Ithaca won the game at MetLife in 2019, and won the game at Yankee Stadium in 2022, and in 2026, they're looking to do it again in the Bronx. So that's all that matters. You just got to win the jug.
We'll see. I was at that game at Yankee Stadium. I had a good time. Unfortunately, couldn't pick up the dub there, but I always had a good time going with friends.
So a lot to get into with you. We'll certainly get your thoughts on the state of the roster, some observations, if you have any, from rookie minicamp and the schedules coming out this week. But I want to start off by playing a take here from a guy that's been on the show before, someone I really like, Chris Sims on his show. Sims Unbuttoned, our guy Connor Rogers, shout out to him, co-hosting with Sims. They were having the discussion about Breece Hall's new deal with the Jets. And one of their guys on their show, apparently big Jet fan, nervous, though, about Breece Hall's new contract. Here's Sims completely shutting down the fear that this fellow Jet fan apparently has.
Stay healthy and play pretty good football. There's a really good chance you'll see that third year, right? So that's where it's great. And then, you got potentially a good offensive line.
Finally.
Yeah.
His whole career, besides last year, it's been awful.
So this is the year you look at it and go, damn, I think he could take over right now. Okay, so you look at that. Then you couple that with Frank Reich, who his offense likes to throw the ball down the field. And we know Geno has the arm to do that. And like you said, there's a lot of good to where they're going to be able to stretch the field and do that. So, yes, Now, I see, Pete's put in the sheets here, right? Go ahead. You want to read it?
Yeah, he says this is a mouth-breathing WFAN caller.
Hey, first time, long time.
Yeah. Any concern that Breece has just 1,000-yard rushing season?
No, because you have to put it into context, too. First off, what did you just say about the offensive line? Finally.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that.
And
they haven't had a quarterback since he's been there.
You can't run the ball when you can't throw the ball.
Who the hell? What do you? Everybody that played the Jets was like, "Where's Breece Hall? Where's Breece Hall? Where's Breece Hall? Where's Breece Hall?"
Loaded
we don't have to
boxes.
worry about anything else. They can't throw. They can't do anything. So no, I would not worry about that. If he's got holes, he can hit it. There's no doubt about that.
Well, to me, if you're going to be paid as a franchise back, you need to impact the passing game, and that's what Breece does.
He's phenomenal in the screen game and all of that.
Right.
He is next
Across,
level.
the last 3 years, he's caught over 150 passes.
Yeah.
So that's really the decision when it comes down to paying running backs, and this is not a huge deal.
Yeah, no, I think it's the right move and good for them, and they get it done with. And again, just another guy that can chew some clock, run the offense, and not put too much pressure on Geno when you have a guy like this.
You actually had someone concerned that Breece Hall, he's only had one 1,000-yard rushing season, when the only reason, by the way, Justin, he doesn't have two is because Robert Saleh's coaching staff didn't know how to count at the end of the 2023 season, and he was 6 yards short coming off an ACL surgery the prior year, by the way, from going over 1,000 yards. I digress on that point, but what do you make of the overall breakdown there from Sims on Breece and this Jets offense?
Listen, I think if you're the Jets, you obviously had to pay Breece Hall, and I'm very happy that they got a deal done now. It would be silly as Jets fans for us to be concerned. Like, another point that I've seen thrown around too is like Jets fans being like, "Oh, we have too many weapons, too many mouths to feed." They brought in Omar Cooper, they brought in Kenyon Sadiq. How are they going to get all these guys touches? I feel like it's almost first world problems that we're talking about at this stage. But yeah, I mean, agreeing with Connor Rogers there too. Like, you have to be optimistic about the state of this offensive line going into 2026. I mean, they were very fortunate with injury luck last year. They were the only team. I know Vera Tucker got hurt before the season started, but they were the only team that had all 5 starting offensive linemen start every single game. So obviously hope that's the case again in 2026, but you have to prepare in case it's not. But you got Olufashinu, who I think he showed improvements as the year went on. You're hoping he's a long-term building block. Armand Membu has about as good of a rookie season as you could have hoped. Joe Tippmann is a building block too. Dylan Parham, I like coming over from Vegas. And Josh Myers is there as the weak link of the offensive line. It's a good offensive line. I feel very happy with the state of the offensive line, and I'm bullish on what Breece Hall can do in 2026 when the Jets aren't trailing by 20 points every single game, and they're able to actually try and run the football, and they have a quarterback who's not afraid to throw the ball. Like, Geno Smith might be physically cooked. I don't know what he's going to look like in 2026, but I do know that he's not going to be afraid to throw the football like Justin Fields was at times last year. So I feel optimistic that Breece Hall could, if he stays healthy and if the Jets offense is even remotely semi-competent, like, I'm not even talking top 20. I'm talking not 31st ranked in the NFL, which it's been for most of the time Breece Hall has been with the Jets. If the Jets have a semi-competent offense and the offensive line is healthy and Breece Hall is healthy, he should have a career year this season.
I agree. And you just look at the stats on the screen there. The most notable thing that stands out to me, 76 receptions in 2023, goes down to 57 in 2024, which made a little bit of sense just because you brought in Devontae Adams. That season was a mess. You actually had a quarterback who was trying to throw the ball more downfield than Tim Boyle and Trevor Siemian and Zach Wilson were the prior year. But still, I don't think Breece Hall has ever been properly utilized as both a runner and a receiver in his Jets career. The closest, I suppose, is when he was second in the NFL in all-purpose yards in that 2023 season. But still, Nate Hackett admitted after the Giant game in Week 8, we didn't realize how big of a receiver Breece could be for us. So I hope Frank Reich can truly tap into that. And Connor Rogers made the point in that segment. If you're going to pay Breece Hall, and the Jets are now paying him the equivalency of 2 franchise tags over the next 2 years guaranteed, you need to expect him to get back to that production he had in 2023 from a pass catching standpoint and impact standpoint. And obviously, if you're playing more competitive games and your quarterback can throw downfield, you're expecting Breece to once again go over 1,000 yards. I'm not worried about the fact he's only done it once in his career. That you got to apply real context to Breece's career when you analyze him as a player.
For sure. And 1,000 yards is also just a random kind of mark that we're talking about hitting. Like, again, like you mentioned, 2023, he should have had 1,000 yards, and the Jets believed he had 1,000 yards. Then they took him out of the game. Just because he fell 6 yards short on the stat sheet doesn't mean anything about who he is as a player. I do think he took a step back just as an overall performer in 2024. I thought going into 2024, Jake, I remember the conversations being like, Breece Hall is a top 5 running back in football. Like that was a conversation going into 2024. I believe you mentioned the scrimmage yards thing. He was top 4 in the NFL in scrimmage yards in 2023. I think the only other players who were up there were Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, and CeeDee Lamb. Those were the only other 3 players who had more scrimmage yards with their teams in 2023. And you consider the fact that Breece Hall was on the 30th or 31st ranked offense. That's very impressive. 2024 was a step back. He was right around like 15th to 20th in most advanced rushing analytics, I think around there, in rushing yards over expected. 2025 was a big step forward for him. And I'm not sure we saw him quite be the guy that he was in 2023. Again, he's dealing with Justin Fields at quarterback and Tyrod Taylor and Brady Cook and just a terrible situation all around. But I think he ranked 7th in rushing yards over expected this past season. So you saw the flashes of that 2023 Breece Hall. And I think with a better situation around him now, and hopefully a relatively even moderately competent passing attack, he can get back to that point again.
I am certainly optimistic that if he's healthy, he could have the best season of his career. I think people forget Breece Hall in 20 days turns 25 years old. This is not a guy that the Jets extended that is on the downside of his career. There should still be a lot left in the tank for this guy, at the bare minimum, to give you 2 highly productive seasons that he's under contract, fully guaranteed.
Yeah, 100%. No, I completely agree. I think Breece is in line for a potentially career year. And again, you look at his numbers, it's not like he's had a 1,300-yard season to this point. Not to say that he's going to do that this year, but you have to feel good. You have to feel good about the offensive line. The biggest question mark surrounding this Jets team as a whole, and as a result, the offense, is quarterback and offensive coordinator. Those are my 2 big concerns going into the year. Now, there's a world where they work, and it's May, Jake, and you know how it goes in Jets fandom, that we're going to drink all the Kool-Aid and we're going to say like, oh, Geno Smith, the reason he was terrible last year was solely because of the Raiders, right? And Frank Reich, he's going to be rejuvenated. He's going to have a 2015 Chan Gailey type season. Both of those things are possible, but if Breece Hall does struggle this season, if the Jets offense does struggle, if the Jets as a team win 4 or 5 games, that would be the reason why. It'd be because Geno Smith is physically cooked. It would be because Frank Reich is on the doorstep of retirement and was not an exciting or appealing choice as offensive coordinator. But there's a lot of pieces in place, and it's very easy to see a world where Breece Hall has the best year of his career this season.
Look, I don't want to sound the alarms, but I did see this photo of Frank Reich at Jets minicamp over the weekend. Looking kind of old here. Looked like my grandpa. Maybe it was just a bad angle. Maybe just the outfit. But Frank Reich looking kind of old in this photo.
Listen, but he's showing energy. I love the fist pump. Like, he could look old as long as he's excited. Maybe he's just, he's a young, what is he, 65, 63, something like that. Maybe he's a young 63.
I like that. A young 63, 65. Yeah. I think he's maybe 64. Let's get Frank Reich's age right. Frank Reich is 64 years old as of May 2026. He will turn 65 on December 4th of this year.
There you go. Maybe he's a young 64. That's what we're hoping.
Frank Reich, we hope you got a lot left because we need you. I'd argue he's the most important coach on this staff. And obviously his relationship with Geno Smith will determine whether or not Aaron Glenn gets a 3rd year as the Jet head coach.
Yeah, no, for sure. If the Jets are going to succeed this year, as it always comes down to this, because we can take a look at this Jets roster and say, legitimately, there aren't many like ridiculous holes right now with this team. Like, I think they lack high-end talent at a lot of positions. They really only have a couple of like true standout star players, but the defense, like if we're talking about the defense, we're talking about safety isn't like great, right? Depending on what Minkah Fitzpatrick's doing, and maybe Malachi Moore could take a leap or whatever. But outside of that, like linebacker depth is what you're talking about. And then you're talking offensive line. You're like, yeah, center isn't great, right? Left guard is fine. They have a stopgap there. There aren't a lot of obvious holes on this roster. If the Jets are going to be bad, it's because Geno Smith is just not the quarterback that he was a couple of years ago anymore, and he's not a competent quarterback. And it's because Frank Reich just isn't the play caller that they need him to be.
I think that's well said. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Today's giveaway is an exciting one, folks. We're celebrating Breece Hall re-signing with the Jets. End of the show, your shot to win a signed Breece Hall Jets helmet. Gift a membership or send in a super chat that qualifies, and you'll be entered in the raffle. And now we have a new set of weekly Asmaniac raffle prizes. For the first time ever, we're raffling away a signed Darrelle Revis end zone pylon. Prize 2 is a signed Joe Klecko Hall of Fame inscription jersey. And prize 3 is a signed football by Jets legend Wayne Corbett. So 3 new weekly prizes, including the signed Darrelle Revis end zone pylon and a Breece Hall helmet at the end of today's show. Let me shout out our first raffle entry, Jet Life Angel in the Asmaniac raffle for one. Let's go. Let's go. Jet Life, appreciate you. Big fella cuts the line with the super chat. He says, who knew Justin worked at the United Nations? Do you work at the United Nations, Justin?
I do not, but fun lore drop. I lived in Germany for a few years, and when I was there, I was during COVID, believe it or not. But when I was there, it's very easy to travel when you're in Europe because it's a lot cheaper. It's very easy to get around. So these are just all places that I've been lucky enough to have gone in my life. So that's fun little lore drop about me.
I like it. So you no jet gear, but just every flag in Europe basically behind you.
You know what's funny? My desk that my laptop is on right now has all my jet stuff, but it's a really bad setup because you can't see any of it. Like I have this Chad Pennington. Hold on, I'm gonna grab this real quick. Like a Chad Pennington little thing here. No one can ever see it. It's up there. I'm always looking right at it. This is Kade Klubnik Jr. or Kade Klubnik Sr. here.
That's right.
But no one can ever see it. They can only see the flags.
Love it. Well, I think it looks great. You keep doing you. Shout out to Big Fella for the super chat here. Comments, questions, your super chats will cut the line. This one is from Abuska Asabuchimbo. Definitely butchered that one. Embiid no more. Nixon for hell to the yeah. Hit it.
Hey, go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
Spent a lot of time talking Knicks during my first show today with Robbie Sabo, who, in addition to doing Jets coverage, runs the website Knicks X Factor. So if you want my full Knicks, Sixers thoughts, check out the first show. I'm sure we'll talk more about it later on today. Justin Fried from the Jet Press is with us. Make sure you guys check out the website. They cover the Jets daily, and they also have an awesome YouTube channel that Justin is a part of. In terms of rookie minicamp, what did you take away from anything you read or saw? I mean, are you buying the hype around Kade Klubnik following the walk into practice that everyone was going crazy about online?
Listen, I think he's earned himself some aura points, right? He's earned himself some goodwill. I don't know if I've seen a fan base completely flip their perspective, their perception on a rookie, a draft pick as quickly as Jets fans have done with Klubnik. I feel like he was probably the most controversial pick of the entire draft. And that includes Kenyon Sadiq, who, I feel like that probably should have been the most controversial pick, but there was a lot of talk about Klubnik in the fourth round. I think it was the process. They traded up to get him. They used 2 fourth-round picks to select him. And look, I myself have been critical of that pick. Ultimately, the process isn't going to be what we remember, though, right? If Kade Klubnik is an NFL caliber backup quarterback, even in year one, especially, that should be a huge win. Like, I know it's easy to get carried away, and you look at the dude walking in slow motion, and you're like, holy shit, this dude is sick. This is Chad Pennington 2.0. I get it. I totally do. And the number 10, like, that's a franchise quarterback number. I totally get it. But I think the expectation should be if he can come out of camp and win the QB2 job, which right now, I mean, I'm imagining they still bring in a veteran, whether that's a Cooper Rush or Josh Dobbs, or obviously Russell Wilson is still a possibility. If it's Russ, then Russ is QB2. But if they bring in a Cooper Rush or Josh Dobbs, or if they just go into camp with Bailey Zappi as the primary competition, there's no reason that Kade Klubnik can't be QB2 coming out of camp, which is rare for a day 3 rookie quarterback to be trusted as your primary backup quarterback. But, look, the Jets drafted Kade Klubnik because they believe that he is a high ceiling, or I should say high floor type of young quarterback. Like, I think that's the reason that they traded up for him. That gets a little bit lost. He was kind of the last of that archetype of quarterback in this class. Like, some people might have liked a Taylon Green, right? Or even like a Cole Payton. I think if you're looking for a guy who is going to be a long-term NFL backup, Klubnik makes the most sense, and he was probably the last of that archetype. So there's a world where he wins that QB2 job coming out of camp, and look, it's the Jets, man. We're probably going to see him at some point this year. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. He's going to play at some point. I'm right there with you. Now, I want him to win the job, and I don't want them to bring in a Russell Wilson or anyone. I just think you have Bailey Zappi. He's played games in the league. He's not nearly as bad as what I think the perception of Bailey Zappi is. If you actually go back, look at his numbers and watch some of his starts he had in New England. Like, I vividly remember him winning a Thursday night game against Sean Payton I think it was Belichick's last year. Like, that team stunk, and they went into Denver, tough place to play, and they actually won, and Zappi was the quarterback. I'd rather him just compete with Klubnik, and let's go from there, because the reality is they signed Russell Wilson. Like, the second you go to Russell Wilson, what's the point? At least with Klubnik, we're getting some sort of evaluation. Can he be a long-term backup? Can he play well enough to be in the conversation next year? Whatever. I'd just rather have a younger guy out there than the corpse of Russell Wilson, who looked like he ate himself when I saw him run at the Savannah Bananas game at Yankee Stadium 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I totally get it. I think I would still be happy with Russ. Obviously, with Russ, there's also a lot of baggage, right? If you bring in a guy like Russell Wilson to be your backup quarterback, and maybe that's no fault of his own, maybe it is some fault. He has this star power to him, and usually you don't want that in a backup quarterback. You don't want the story to ever be your backup quarterback unless you draft a guy like, say, the Raiders don't start Mendoza week 1. Like, obviously, he's going to be the story regardless, but you don't want to bring in a 37-year-old veteran quarterback and have that be the story of training camp for you. So you always have to weigh that and weigh how that impacts the locker room dynamics. But if you're bringing in, like, if your choices are Cooper Rush or Josh Dobbs or Bailey Zappi, like, I truly don't think there is much of a difference between them. Bailey Zappi, like you mentioned, was serviceable in New England. I think he went 4-4 as a starter. Like, he was perfectly fine. Now, this is the same guy who was on the Browns practice squad all of last year. And it's not exactly like the Browns quarterback room was anything special, anything to write home about. I mean, if he's not playing over Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders and whatever, then that's generally not a great sign. And also, any team could have theoretically signed him throughout the year. But I do think he was serviceable in New England. And if you get anything close to that level of Bailey Zappi play, I mean, listen to us. This is the most Jets fan conversation ever. But if you get close to that level of Bailey Zappi play, then yeah, that's probably an NFL backup quarterback.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Justin Fried is with us here. We're talking all things Jets. I don't know where you stand in terms of the head coach going into his second year, but in terms of just what Glenn has to do to prove himself and actually be here for year 3, give us your thoughts on this coach and just the amount of pressure that's really on him going into year 2 with the Jets following a 3-14 first year.
I would say a lot. Listen, I know you've had your gripes with Aaron Glenn, and I don't want to retcon and retroactively change my opinion of the guy because I wasn't exactly confident in him as a coach following the 2025 season. I do think he made improvements as the year went on, which was harder to really quantify because the team was falling apart around him, and some of it intentionally falling apart around him. Like when you're starting Samuel Womack and Colin Saunders and Peyton Page and whoever the hell else they're throwing out there in defense the final month of the season, and Brady Cook, a quarterback, it's impossible really to evaluate the team then. We could evaluate them early in the season, and I thought the coaching staff did not do a particularly good job. But listen, 2026 is what's going to matter. And now Steve Wilkes is gone. This is Aaron Glenn's defense. Obviously, they brought in Brian Duker, but this is Aaron Glenn's defense. We know that. There's no excuse. The defense specifically has to be good, right? If we're sitting here and we're like, all right, the Jets win 5 games because the quarterback sucks and they just don't have a quarterback, that isn't going to fall on Aaron Glenn. I think the understanding is that, all right, they didn't really have many great options this year. Everyone was looking ahead to 2027 where they have the 3 first-round picks. We knew that was probably the quarterback plan. They made a lot of defensive additions this offseason. They made some high-profile ones, from Minkah Fitzpatrick to Demario Davis, which that was an Aaron Glenn signing, to the edge rushers, Joseph Asai, Kingsley Enagbare, T'Vondre Sweat. Like, there is no reason. And, of course, David Bailey, who you just drafted. There's no reason for the Jets defense to be bottom 5 in the NFL this year. And if Aaron Glenn is the coach that he wants to portray himself as and that a lot of Jets fans want him to be, the defense has to be good. You can go beyond that and say the game management stuff, which, again, I thought that improved as the year went on. Going back to like that Denver game, it was a disaster, right? So it was only up from there. But I think specifically, if you're looking at how to quantify success for Glenn in 2026, the Jets have to be competitive. And most importantly, their defense has to be competitive every single week. Like they can't have games where they're giving up 45 points. Like that cannot be the norm where they're giving up 35 points a game. It has to be good because these are Glenn signings. He's the one calling the defense. If you're looking at the end of the year and you're like, all right, we won 5 games, but the defense was good, I think Glenn probably gets another year.
You think 5 wins and he can come back? I don't know. That's 8 wins through 2 years. I think he's got to win at least 7 for sure. 8 definitely. I think he's back. 7 it's a maybe.
I think the context matters, right? Because look, if Geno Smith is terrible and maybe you have some offensive line injuries, maybe Garrett Wilson gets banged up, Breece Hall gets banged up, and you're just running with a skeleton crew on offense, but the defense is still good. And even if you have some injuries in defense and the defense overachieves, I think that I'm not in Woody Johnson's brain, but I think that at least for me would be enough for me to feel better about Aaron Glenn than I did last year. I don't know if it's enough to keep him his job, but I think the context behind how they get those wins matters, because conversely, Jake, if they win 7 games, but the defense sucks, like this is the funniest possible outcome for the Jets, is if they win 7 games, the defense is terrible, then what do you do with Aaron Glenn? Or you're like, oh, they actually won 7 games because Geno was good. And
head coach Frank Reich let him oversee the quarterback selection?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know what they would do, but that would be the weirdest situation for the Jets to be in. But always context matters, right? It depends also when they're playing their best football. If they lose their first 5 games in a year, but then the rest of the season, they're like a 500 team, I think people are going to feel pretty good about the Jets moving into 2027.
But if they start 0-5, does he get a chance to make it through the season? Like, that's the thing. I think the wins matter. Yes, they need to hit a certain win total, whatever that looks like. How they get the wins matters too. And like, you play Tennessee week 1, you lose to Robert Saleh. I don't know if Woody Johnson's going to be that patient if they then start 0-4 after that. You know what I mean? Like, I think who they play, when they play, like, it matters, man. You got to be relevant. You can't have your season be cooked by the end of September, early October, like it was this past year when they were 0-4. You knew it was over. They fell all the way to 0-7 when they were trying to win.
You're not wrong. Listen, we've seen Woody Johnson act on a whim before. Obviously, the Robert Saleh firing came really out of nowhere, and in hindsight was short-sighted, not to be the Saleh defender, because I don't think Saleh did a great job with the Jets, but clearly firing him didn't make things better that year. It depends. If they start off 0-5, but they play 5 like pretty tough games and they play them really well, like they play tough and they're competitive in those games, he probably sticks around. If they lose their first 5 games by an average score of 25 points, he's probably gone at that point.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. You mentioned David Bailey. I'm presented by PrizePicks. Every Jet fan out there, take advantage of the deal they're offering our listeners here. Code HMA. You put $5 in on the PrizePicks app, and you get $50 available instantly in lineups. David Bailey, his sack number over at PrizePicks is 6.5. Would you go more or less on the Jets' second overall pick? I feel like this is pretty close. I'd lean with more, but I'm curious your thoughts, Justin, and just give us your overall assessment of David Bailey.
I think me and my co-host Mike Luciano of the Jet Press podcast, we set the over/under at 7.5. So because of that, I'm going to go high. I'm going to go over this. I'm going to go more. I'll say he gets 7 or 8 sacks as a rookie, his rookie year. I think that's reasonable. I think he's going to be playing a lot. Clearly, the Jets have a vision for him at this defense. Just as an overall thoughts on the pick, I was an Arvell Reese guy going into the draft. Not only did I think the Jets were going to draft Reese, I did want Reese. I think retroactively now seeing how the NFL views Reese makes me feel a lot better about the David Bailey pick, because it seems like NFL teams just did not believe Reese was an edge rusher, and they believed that the projection was a lot more difficult at the NFL level. Obviously, the Giants are likely going to be playing him as an off-ball linebacker, at least to start his career. With that in mind, I'm not sure, who else would be a better pick at 2. It was just a shitty year to have the number 2 overall pick. In reality, it was not a good year to have the second overall pick, but I think David Bailey is a really good prospect, and I think he has a chance to be the most productive Jets edge rusher in a very, very long time. You want to see the improvements in the run defense. You want to see him become an every down player, but I would take the more on the 6.5 sacks here.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Our guy Cisco Lopez sent me this Venmo just now. This is classic. YouTube froze my credit card, so this is for the Klecko jersey raffle. Cisco Lopez in the raffle for 8. He has gifted so many memberships that YouTube shut off his credit card. That's why we added the Cisco Lopez emoji. His daughter's favorite animal is apparently a flamingo. So you got the Cisco Lopez channel emoji now live. Also, shout out to Mimosa. The mimosa emoji in honor of her dog there is now live and ready to go. Shout out to Stella the dog, and shout out to Mimosa. We got 2 new channel emojis for anyone who was a part of the craziness that was our show Friday afternoon. Breece Hall signed helmet is the raffle prize up for grabs at the end of the day. Now, you brought up Brian Duker before. I want to play you my favorite Jet press conference moment this offseason. It wasn't Glenn saying he has superpowers. It wasn't Aaron Glenn falling asleep at the combine or saying Geno Smith's going to lead them to the promised land. It was the Duke of defense trying to explain what exactly his philosophy is for this unit.
What is your philosophy about 3-4 or 4-3?
My philosophy is to play the best players and play good defense.
No, as far as the scheme, the scheme you like to run.
Exactly. Yep. Whoever the best players are, we'll get those out there, and we'll be multiple with that. So I wouldn't tie myself to either of those, really.
Do you believe in the Duke of defense?
It's a great philosophy. I got to say, it's hard to disagree with playing the best players. I would try to do the same thing. I get where he's coming from. Look, it was the whole defensive coordinator search was wild. It was the process itself. And this we're going to talk about. We mentioned this with the Kade Klubnik thing, where maybe the process to get there was kind of wonky, but at the end of the day, if he's good, he's good. Clearly Duker was not their first choice. And, there's been a lot of talk out there about how much Woody Johnson intervened. And clearly the Jets, specifically when I say the Jets, Aaron Glenn wanted Wink Martindale, and they brought in, I believe, 8 different candidates for an interview. Seemed like they were about to hire Martindale. All of a sudden that gets canned. That does not happen. And then they're like, actually, now we're going to reopen our search, and they bring in Duker and then immediately hire him. The process was all wonky, but I actually do think like the outcome is perfectly fine. Like I would prefer Aaron Glenn calling plays with, Duker as the defensive coordinator is fine. I think Duker is perfectly qualified for a role as a defensive coordinator who doesn't call plays. He's got the experience with Glenn, dating back to their days together in Detroit. I thought he actually did a pretty good job. Like I thought the Miami Dolphins secondary overachieved last year because dude, that cornerback room going into the year was one of the worst that I've ever seen. I remember talking about it back in August and being like, this is one of the worst position groups I've seen an NFL team enter a season with. And they weren't good, but they were passable. Like Jack Jones was fine. Rasul Douglas was fine. They lost Kader Kohu too, and they were okay. So I think by that logic, like he's qualified enough for the role. He's basically just the understudy to Glenn. That's going to be what his job is. And that's fine, right? It's going to be Glenn's defense at the end of the day, which is good because last year
I get bad vibes though, Justin. I get Darryl Loggins, Adam Gase vibes with this Duker Glenn pairing here.
Listen, the reason that Dole Loggins was bad was because Adam Gase was bad. Like it's as simple as that. If Adam,
we sure Aaron Glenn is good as a DC when he had one good year out of 4 in Detroit.
We're not sure, but he's going to have an opportunity to prove himself this year. It's a simple. If the defense sucks this year, it's not going to be because the Jets hired Brian Duker. It's going to be because Aaron Glenn is bad, and that's all what you want. Like you just want to have as many data points to evaluate your head coach as possible. And I think if they brought in Martindale, that's one less data point to have. Like if the defense is bad again in 2026 and they brought in Martindale, maybe Martindale's the fall guy again, just like Steve Wilkes was last year. Now there is no fall guy. Aaron Glenn is the guy that is determining whether this Jets defense is good or not in 2026. Duker is going to be there like Dole Loggins was, holding the challenge flag if he wants. Aaron Glenn will let him play with the controller unplugged in. Like he'll let him do whatever, but it's going to be Aaron Glenn's defense.
Well, it's interesting because good point by veteran Jet fan here.
Yeah.
Steve Wilkes joined Darryl Loggins' staff at Appalachian State. So a year from now, will Brian Duker be on the Appalachian State staff?
He might be. Maybe he will be. Maybe Frank Reich will go be the athletic director there. I don't know.
And for those thinking that VJF is kidding, he's not. I saw the same thing online a couple days ago. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Breece Hall signed helmet up for grabs. For those tuning in late, we announced the details of Gangrene Beach Club, the first of its kind. Join me and basically anyone that has ever appeared on the show in person down at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City at HQ2. Tickets on sale now. Must be 21 and over to join. GangreneBeachClub.com to lock in your spot. Comments, questions, your super chats cut the line. The Gus Buster Umbrella hotline link is pinned. Justin, we know the schedule's coming out Thursday. We did get some Jet-related news, though, as some of these games start to leak out. Giants on Sunday Night Football at MetLife against Dallas week 1. That means unless the Jets are playing Monday night at home, Jets likely going on the road, and I'd be stunned if they put the Jets in primetime at home in week 1. So your thoughts on who the week 1 road opponent is potentially going to be?
I mean, listen, everyone wants it to be Tennessee. Everybody wants it to be Robert Saleh, have the Saleh revenge game, and it makes the most sense. Like, if the Jets are going to play – last year, obviously, they went Jets Steelers. You had the Rodgers thing. You had Justin Fields there. It just makes so much sense. Like, I feel like the NFL schedule makers are well aware of this, and I would be surprised if it's not Jets-Titans. If it's not Tennessee, I'm not sure who else. I forget. Who are some of their opponents? I forget who their opponents are at this stage.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
There you go. You got it ready?
Let's pull up the graphic. Here we go. Take a look.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So if they're playing on the road, they got Tennessee as an option. Another option would be, of course, Kansas City. If for some reason they think that Mahomes is not going to be ready, you could have a Justin Fields revenge game. But it does sound like Mahomes is expected to be ready by week 1. That's at least according to him, according to the Chiefs. It sounds like they believe he will be. They could go Lions as well. Aaron Glenn revenge game with Detroit. That also could be fun. I know Jets fans would probably want the Chiefs early in the season if they have an option to, because even if Mahomes is back, he probably isn't going to be 100%. And there is an outside chance that you get a Justin Fields revenge game. If not, obviously you could go division here. Chargers. Is Tyler Conklin still there? You get a Tyler Conklin revenge game. That could be fun. I don't know. I think Tennessee makes the most sense here, and I think that's probably who they go with.
Tennessee makes the most sense. That's what I'm predicting. I worry if it's not the Titans. Hey, let's give the Buffalo Bills a nice homecoming game to open up their brand new spanking stadium. Jets opened up the old Ralph Wilson many, many years ago. They closed out Ralph Wilson last year. If they follow that theme, that makes me nervous. Jets Bills week 1.
Yeah, it's totally possible. Joe Brady's first game as head coach is against the Jets, but maybe listen, maybe last time that the Jets played the Bills in week 1, I believe it's the last time, was the Aaron Rodgers game. Unfortunately, wasn't a great thing that happened in that game, but the outcome was pretty fun. Maybe we can get that same outcome, but without its torn Achilles. That'd be great.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. BJF says the NFL will screw us by starting the Jets off at Buffalo, followed by home for Pats at KC, Chargers, Bears, and play Buffalo again. Nice, clean 0-6 start. That is the Aaron Glenn is fired, before Columbus Day schedule right there.
See, if that happens though, and they're 0-6 and they actually look competitive, I don't know. Is Glenn still fine?
He's gone, dude. He's gone. You can't survive 0-6 when you started 0-7 last year.
If they're
You're being way too soft on the coach. If they start 0-6, he's gone. You can't start 0-13 your first 2 years on the job.
If they're 0-6 and they look competitive against teams that are definitely better than them, and maybe they just lose because of some weird bullshit. I don't know. Some weird stuff happens and they lose. I'm not saying that Woody Johnson's going to have that same nuance, but I wouldn't be instantly calling for his job. If they lose, by 20 plus points in a few of those games, then yeah, he should be gone.
I mean, look, that's a tough schedule, but it's the NFL, man. Like you got to find a way to win games, stay afloat. And again, the Jets are not completely bereft of talent here. Again, they have a good offensive line. They have a competent quarterback. There's no way they could afford 0-6. You can't be 0-6. That's there's no way. I don't care who you're playing.
Yeah, it would be a tough sell. I think the fan base would be calling for him to get fired. It would be it would set up a situation where if they're 0-6, it's a must-win next game. Or if they're 0-5, it's going to feel like a must-win.
If they're 0-3, it's a must-win. You can't go winless again.
Maybe, yeah. I'm trying to just think of content, because what if Geno Smith melts down and throws 5 picks in 3 games in a row? Then it's okay.
But they're the ones who brought in Geno. That's on their coaching staff.
You're right.
After Glenn said Fields was his pick, he was tough to game plan against, and then Fields, as bad as he might be, and I think he's terrible, he was never this bad at any point in his career, as bad as he was with the Jets.
No, you're not wrong. And they have to wear that. That's 100% on them. I think we understand the options at quarterback were bad this year. If Geno Smith is bad, I don't think anyone's going to be shocked. Obviously, we don't want 5 interceptions a game. He needs to be better than that. You're hoping for somewhere between Seahawks Geno, which was genuinely very good. 2022 to 2024, Geno Smith was, I would say, a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. And I honestly don't think that's a hot take at all. 2025 was a disaster. And you're just hoping that it was because the offensive line melted down and there's a toxic coaching staff and they were throwing to plumbers after Jacoby Myers was traded. And you're hoping it's more of that as opposed to he's just physically not the same guy anymore.
It is very odd. Very, very odd that Geno Smith went to the Raiders last year and they were that bad. I did not see that coming, but here we are. Here we are. Let's see. New Q writes in, Jake, if Beast calls in, we can have him name every flag on Justin's wall. Well, Justin, I got some good news for you. The man, the myth, the legend himself, the Beast is on the line, and we'll go to him right after this short break.
Are you tired of grilling outdoors? Are you tired of having to go to the kitchen to cook? Thanks to Beast's ultimate taste tool, my troubles are over. Sure, it's a little smoky, but who cares? Look, I even got a bucket to shit in so I never have to leave my room. Now you're cooking with butt.
Yo, Beast. Beast, you there? We got someone you need to meet. You sleeping, Beast? Everyone cover your ears. We're going to sound the alarms. Beast! Is Beast not there? I guess he's not there. So it looks like our guy Justin is not going to get the chance to meet the Beast. It's unfortunate.
I'm missing out, unfortunately. I is he a flag connoisseur? Is that what that is in chat? Or is
he's been to every country ever. He's got his heritage spans the globe, and he does own a lot of flags like you.
I saw the Greek flag up there.
He does have every flag. So
very cool. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm missing out. This sucks.
He'll be back at some point. He typically is. In the meantime, let me do a let me give a big shout out to Mimosa who writes in, Jake, I sent you a Venmo. Give my raffle tickets to Cisco. He made me a perfect emoji. All things I love, my dog, my Jets, my drink. Shout out to Cisco for the Mimosa emoji that's now live. And if you're curious what the Venmo was from Mimosa that she is now donating to our guy Cisco, $100 Venmo, Mimosa gifting. How about this? 20 entries to our guy Cisco Lopez. So Cisco, Mimosa taking care of you. Outstanding. And since Mimosa is the one who spent money on the super chat, head it.
Thank you, Mimosa, for your generosity and tremendous support of the Jake Asman Show.
New emojis for Cisco and Mimosa are live for anyone in the live chat. Super chat from the big fella. He writes in, if people think David Bailey will get 6 to 7 sacks, how many for Will McDonald and Jawan Briggs? Let's start with McDonald because that was a big part of the conversation with a guy like David Bailey. What's Will McDonald's role in this defense with David Bailey? Because people said, oh, they're too similar. Can they both be on the field against the run? How do you view Will McDonald going into a pivotal season now after the Jets picked up his 5th-year option?
I am very curious myself, honestly, to see how the Jets end up deploying them because I think Will McDonald is still probably it's either him or Bailey who's the best pass rusher, best pure pass rusher on the Jets roster right now. I'm curious to see who the base starters are, right? Like it's ultimately going to be a rotation. I wouldn't be shocked if the starters, week 1, you enter the season and it's, the base 3-4, you got David Bailey and Joseph Osai. Like I would not be shocked if Will McDonald is not one of the base starters for your defense. So it really depends how many snaps he's playing. But even if he's playing 45% of snaps, you're hoping Will McDonald could get 10 sacks. Like that's really what you're hoping for, even if he's playing 45% of snaps, just because that's what his role is. That's what you drafted him to be. And this is a contract year for him. He has his 5th-year option next season. But you want to see him be that guy. You want to see him also obviously take strides as a run defender. And I'm not sure he's ever going to be at a stage where he's even average at that stage, but can he be not the worst run defending edge rusher in the NFL, which he's basically been the last 2 years. But I'll say for McDonald, we'll say 9.5, 10 sacks seems reasonable if he's playing 45% of snaps. If he's playing more than that, then maybe more. But obviously for that to happen, the Jets need to be playing with some leads. They were not able to do that at all last year. So I hope the people, like I've never been the biggest Will McDonald guy, right? But I hope you haven't sold your Will McDonald stock because if the Jets are playing with leads and they have more competent players around him, because now they go deep in their defensive line. Like they're not going to have downs where they're playing Braden McGregor, Peyton Page, Colin Saunders, and Michael Clemens. Like they're not going to have that anymore, hopefully. So hopefully, with that in mind, McDonald should be able to have more opportunities to just pin his ears back and get after the quarterback and finish the year with 9.5, 10 sacks. That seems reasonable. Yeah, I think that's fair. And I do think that you want the arrow to be pointed up for Bailey by the end of the year. So I'm not hyper-focused on just the sack number, but I want him and McDonald to be able to prove they could be out there on the field together because you don't want one of these guys not being able to play because they're that weak against the run. And as far as Jawan Briggs, I mean, I think there's a lot of untapped potential with him, man. I like what we saw last year, one of the few bright spots on this team. I'm excited to see what he could do another year in this Jet system with some better players around him. Well, 100%. Like in a dark, dismal 2025 season, Jawan Briggs was one of the few shining lights. It's always difficult to evaluate rosters when your team is that bad, right? Like, and we've seen this as Jets fans over the years, many, many times where, the Jets are a 3-4 win team, whatever. And we're looking at, the team in December and everybody sucks. And then there's one or two guys that are kind of shining and standing out. I don't want to overrate the players. Like, I don't want to fall in the trap of remember Bless Austin? Remember how excited Jets fans were for Bless Austin? Or like Breece Hall in 2021 when he started the whole year. And I remember there was a stat going around where it's like, oh, he was second in the league in pass breakups. This guy, Breece Hall, is a long-term starter. And then the next year he's getting DNPs. Like, he's not even playing because they signed DJ Reed and they brought in Sauce Gardner. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be Jawan Briggs, but I am interested to see if he's able to carry over the success that he had in 2025 with a deeper defensive tackle room around him because they brought in T'Vondre Sweat. They obviously still have Harrison Phillips. They signed David Onyemata. There's going to be a lot of guys in that room. Obviously, Darrell Jackson, who they drafted too. I'm hopeful that Jawan Briggs can take even another step forward. Obviously, whatever you got from him already is more than what you expected when you traded, I think, a swap of 6th and 7th round picks, or maybe you gave him a 6 and a 7, something like that, to Cleveland, before the season started. But I'm very optimistic about him going into 2026. I just kind of want to pump the brakes a little before we're, because all the stats going around, it's like putting him in conversation with all these elite defensive tackles around the league. And it's like, let's see him do that in a competent defense with, other players around him and see if he can do it again. And it's not just a one-year wonder situation.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
I can now confirm something that is official. So we were wondering where Beastbreaker was when we wanted to introduce Justin to the Beast. Well, Beast is currently dealing with a plumber that has arrived at his house because our guy Lou B, I've been in touch with Lou all day. He scheduled and paid a plumber to step foot in the Beastbreaker lair and hopefully help Beast get some hot water and fix all the issues that Beast is having. So Lou B confirmed in the chat, the plumber is at Beastbreaker's house right now, hence why Beast is not in the global studio headquarters. So keep that in mind, folks. Lou B is an actual saint. He can plan great events in Atlantic City, and he could schedule a plumber in Illinois to show up at a random dude's house. He is doing it all. Mr. Bonesy writes in, Lou B, your heart is bigger than Muji's third leg. Everyone give some love to our guy Lou in the chat. And again, support Lou by buying a ticket to the event him and I are working on, Gangrene Beach Club at HQ2 in Atlantic City. Super chats cut the line. Sean the mailman says, awesome to see Justin on the show. Is Sean your mailman, Justin?
Not that I know of. I think my mailman's a woman. I never asked her name, but I don't think it's Sean. Last time I checked, would be my guess. But yeah, I agree. So, somebody said in chat we should get the plumber on. Let's get the plumber on the show.
Yeah, Lou B, if you can arrange, for the plumber to show up in the global studio headquarters, we'll get the camera on the global studio headquarters immediately, and we will get to the bottom of this. My God. Let's see. Speaking of mailmen, Just End the Suffering is on the line. Is it possible that this is the Sean the mailman? We're going to find out. Just End the Suffering. Are you Sean the mailman?
No, I'm not Sean.
You're just a different mailman, I see.
My name's Plumber. Yeah, I'm just a different mailman. I just wanted to shout out that I hope that the first opening game is with Tennessee, because I live down here in North Carolina now, and I've been listening to your podcast for about a year, and just recently started watching the YouTube, and I'm telling you, this makes my day go by so much faster. You guys are great. I get more information from you guys than I do any other podcast. I love the people here too, man. You guys are great.
Are you a first-time caller?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, welcome aboard, man. Well, I got you in the raffle for 2. All right, you got a chance to win a Breece Hall helmet at the end of the show.
Heck yeah, go Breece.
Love that, man. Well, appreciate the
Thanks,
kind
guys.
words. Where are you delivering mail from? Where are you based out of?
Sunset Beach, North Carolina.
Awesome. Well, hopefully I'll see you in Nashville. I know you were just talking about that.
Heck yeah, let's go Jets.
Love it. How about that? We love the postal workers. Shout out to them.
Absolutely. Can confirm that was not my mailman. My mailman does not look like that.
Call again soon. Just End the Suffering. So one mailman and then another guy super chatting. Outstanding stuff right there. Comments, questions, super chats got the line. Jay Cuddy wrote in earlier. The 2022 season was our last great team that fell apart. Calling that team great is kind of hilarious to me. That team overachieved early. They had putrid quarterback play that doomed them. They got obviously a great year out of Sauce and Garrett as rookies. They won the Rookie of the Year award. Breece was phenomenal till he got hurt. Losing AVT in Denver sunk that offensive line even further. And Zach just wasn't good enough. He got benched for Chris Strebler in a primetime game I unfortunately was at against the Jaguars on Thursday Night Football.
I was at that game too. That was a abysmal game, man. It was rainy. It was cold. That sucked. I hated that. It is funny though, as Jets fans, the nostalgia we have for certain terrible teams of the past. Like I know when I've talked about Geno Smith a lot this offseason, I continue to say like the bar could be, if he has a 2017 McCown season, which, like it's sad that we're having those conversations, but listen, 2017 Josh McCown was all right. Like that was pretty solid quarterback play. That was overachieving quarterback play. It's just, that's what we have to go off of, unless we go back to 2015, which they didn't make the playoffs that year. But like that's the last time we saw a truly like good Jets team or good Jets offense.
Well, the ironic part about Geno being back and people being like, we need the Fitzpatrick 2015 season. It's like that season only happened because Geno got punched in the face by IK and Mattapalli. And that's what people now are asking Geno to do a decade later.
I know. Maybe the secret is they got to bring in Russ, and then Geno gets. I'm not going to wish that into existence, but something happens and he's unable to play, and Russell Wilson steps in, and all of a sudden now you got some Russ magic. I don't know.
Man, Wouldn't that be something? Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Fried from the Jet Press is with us here. A couple minutes left with Justin. If you guys have a question, write it in. Also, no one's currently on hold right now. So if you want to make your debut on the show, like Just End the Suffering did, great first-time caller, you certainly can. All you regulars who were making me stay on for 2.5 hours today in May, now's your chance. We stayed on for so many extra calls. We couldn't even get to everyone. So open phone lines for those of you who want in on the conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it rolling now with your calls. We say hello to a man that we call Purple Belt Mike.
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, it might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Oh, fuck. Today is one thing only. Victory Monday. Let's go Knicks, baby. Knicks in 7. The grave has been dug already. I don't care if it's Detroit. I don't care if it's Cleveland. They're going to die. It's already done. Knicks are going to the finals, and they're going to win that too, baby. Let's go Knicks.
Say go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go!
Well said, PBM. I love it. Knicks in 7. That stresses me out for next round, but I have a week off, so not worry about it. OG, rest up that hamstring. Let's go. You a big basketball fan too, Justin?
Oh yeah, I'll come on here and talk Knicks any day of the week. Let's go Knicks. I'll say Knicks. I'm tempted to say Knicks in 5. If it's Cleveland, it's Knicks in 5. I don't think it's gonna be the Cavs. Detroit, I'll say Knicks in 6 just because the regular season wasn't great against them. But man, they're rolling right now. This is the best I've ever seen a Knicks team look in my life.
Well said. Very well said. Are you a baseball guy? You're Long Island, so are you a Met fan?
Yeah, I grew up a Mets fan. I don't have enough bandwidth at this stage to follow baseball regularly. I keep up with it. My family, I got a lot of friends.
Jets and Knicks are the top 2. Are you hockey at all? Or those are just the top 2?
Jets and Knicks, and listen, like Beast, I'm a wrestling fan. Really, I'll say this: the WWE product specifically isn't great right now. For those who, if there's any wrestling fans in chat, they probably know that. But I'm a big wrestling fan. Those are my 3 like fandoms that I'm fully into. I'll casually keep up with baseball, a little bit with hockey, but yeah, those are my big 3.
Any interest in being part of our sumo wrestling segment at the Gangrene Beach Fest?
I think I'd be at a disadvantage. I don't know if I got enough, meat on me to compete with some of these guys. Is that Beast over there on the left?
That is.
Yeah, I think he would kind of wreck me. I don't think I can stand up to that. I feel like he's got to be the favorite going in. At least if those are the 3 participants, he looks like the favorite.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got some good news for you. Beast wasn't available before. I know you two want to meet. You could bond over your love of different countries and flags and pro wrestling as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the man himself is on the line.
Would you silence or should I do one of these?
It's a pain in the ass, a pain in the air, a pain
Beast.
in the ass.
Beast.
It's a pain in the ass.
Hello. Put your ring light on. Beast.
It's like
hello.
It's like heaven.
Hello.
It's like hemorrhoids.
Hello.
It's like hemorrhoids.
Hello, Beast. All right, I'm just gonna listen in because I don't know where this is going. You gonna acknowledge us? Hello.
What we're just getting started on construction right now, and right now trying to get the bathtub fixed is like removing hemorrhoids from an asshole, and then you're going.
We want to meet your plumber. Bring your plumber on the show.
They're downstairs working right now. As a matter of fact, I got to get back down there because he's wrestling with it right now, and it's a wrestling match right now. So as they all say, we will get back to you.
You're being rude, Beast. Say hi to Justin. Look at all his flags.
Hello, Beast.
Wait. You don't have the Union Jack up here, do you?
I don't got the Union Jack, but I got the English flag.
I got the Union Jack. I got the Scottish flag. I got Germany, also known as the Deutschland.
Yes.
And I also have up there the Italian flag. Grazie.
Absolutely, that's what they say. Yeah, I have actually never been to Italy, but I lived in Deutschland for 3 years.
Germany is known for its pure dominance of when it comes to music, and also when it comes to Oktoberfest.
Yes, down in Munich. I honestly, my hot take is I thought German food and German cuisine was pretty bad.
Did you ever see the movie? Did you ever see the movie called Beerfest?
No, I have not.
In Germany, they do a lot of drinking songs going. Hier should I do why you? Here should I say? I love it.
Beast, I heard you're a big wrestling fan. Who are some of your favorite wrestlers?
Oh, if you want to know, Jushin Thunder Liger, Masahiro Chono, Shinya Hashimoto, the Hart Foundation, the Eliminators, Team LOD, the Young Stallions. Oh, let's see. Sting, Big Van Vader, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by the American Dream, Daddy?
Yeah, the bionic elbow. Yeah, of course.
Colt Cabana. Do you know the name Colt Cabana?
Of course I do. Colt Cabana, former Ring of Honor guy.
I met Colt Cabana 3 times, and I did a live broadcast with him. Where's the wrong time? I'm on there. Wrong time. I need wait.
That's Beast's assistant, his mom, walking in on him there. Justin,
gotcha. We lost him. Yeah,
I feel like you two really hit it off there. That was exciting to see.
Yeah, no, he seemed excited to talk wrestling. That was fun.
Yep. Well, Justin, you survived your first appearance on the show. Keep up the great work. Next time you get invited to an event that features Raising Cane's, you better invite me because I told you off air how much I love that place. Now I know you're on Long Island too. That's awesome. But I appreciate you hopping on. Continued success. I'll be reading you on the Jet Press and watching you on the YouTube channel as well.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was a long time coming. I've seen you in our chat a few times. We got to have you on the Jet Press podcast one of these days too. I'll let you know about those Canes events in the future, and I'll let you know if I can make it to that AC event. That seems.
Let me know, man. Let me know. Can't wait.
Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you.
Justin Fried with us there. Good stuff from him. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Sean with a gifted membership. He's in the raffle to win a Breece Hall signed helmet at the end of the show for one. Thank you very much to Sean for gifting a membership. Let's see. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. The Atomic Clock writes in, as maniacs and Jets YouTubers in bathing suits is a scary proposition. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I will never wear that crap, and I would get, he will get wham! Diamond Cutter City and my new improved 911 move. The one that the Fabulous Freebirds did? Yeah, it's called 911.
I think Bonesy looks good in the Speedo, though, Beast.
Oh, thank God. Put a shirt on. Oh, how about I just say these words? Calm your freaky dog.
Yeah, but what about Robbie Sabo in a Speedo? It's like he was born to wear it.
Whoa! 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 First of all, I will not wear shit like that. I like my shorts, thank you very much. And I wouldn't be caught dead with a monkey like that. That guy is brain dead. He belongs in some kind of psychiatric ward because he's a cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Yeah, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I don't drink. I told you this before. I haven't drank for almost 4 years. 4.
What was the last substance you had?
The last thing I ever had was Okochim, Polish beer, a man's kind of beer. But I don't have that anymore. Can't do that anymore.
Why not?
I'm a grandpa now, and I have to respect that.
Are you?
Duh!
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
D-U-H. What does that spell? Duh. Duh. Did you? It's called somebody needs to turn your mind brain on and going.
Hey, Bonesy says you guys are rooming together in Atlantic City. Is that true?
Oh, we'll see about that one. But unfortunately, we have to look at conditions first. And first of all, I wouldn't be caught dead with these two. I would crack their heads and have like 2 big old coconuts. And know me, I don't like coconuts anyway. I'm not a coconut person. But unfortunately, their brains are between, let's see, wallpaper paste and dog meat. Two idiots sharing the same brain. But here's the difference. One of them is brain dead. The other is fried. Like the 1980s drug commercial going, this is your brain. This is drugs. Never use drugs. Stick to chewing gum.
Do they call you Grandpa Beast?
Hey, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. I'm freaking proud of it. I deserve
Where's
that.
your mom? Can we talk to her?
They're downstairs right now. They're trying to see what the hell's going on right now because we gotta wait, blocking the freaking entrance where the water's supposed to go in the pipes.
Did you wish her a happy Mother's Day yesterday?
Did everyone forget, or did the baseball go over your head in left field going? It's called somebody better catch that ball before it goes to South America.
How about it's a simple yes? Of course, I wish my mom a happy Mother's Day.
Hey, I don't miss. It's like a game of Battleship. All you gotta yell out is the words B5. I gotta go take a shit right now.
Lou B joins us. Lou, what's the deal with this plumber you hired for Beast today?
I'm going down to go check right now to see what the story is. I'm about to go down and check right now and see what the deal is. I'll go back to you.
Jake, this went from a small job to a rather large job. Let's just call it that.
Give us the full breakdown. For those who don't know, take us from the beginning. What is the deal with this plumbing situation? How did you get a plumber? Are you the sole reason there's a plumber at the Beast house right now? What's going on?
I would say so. So the story is for the last 10 days, Beast has not had hot water. So then I tried to say, Beast, what's up with the hot water? Then it wasn't the hot water. Now there is a clog. Where is this clog? I need to know before I send a plumber to his sure death. So now I find out the clog is in the tub. Okay, so then it's not the clog is in the tub. There's a weight in the tub. So I said, what type of weight is in the tub? What do you mean weight? So Beast says he can't get it out. So now I don't know how heavy this weight in the tub is. So I call multiple plumbers and they all have the same story. They'll be in a half hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So we canceled about 5 plumbers. So finally, Joshua, the plumber, is there now. I just spoke to him on the phone. I just told him about your show. I said, this is something you should look into. So Joshua, the plumber, is there now. It went from an $85 charge to like quadruple after he saw the tub. And he is down there operating. And he had to call in another plumber. So there's not one. There's 2 plumbers. It's Joshua and another guy trying to remove the weight from the tub.
What is the weight? Is he just took shits in the tub? Like, what are we talking about here?
I don't know. I just felt really bad sending these guys into this, but we're going to get the tub fixed today. And then the next project is he was told that, they have somebody else for the water heater. I know I'm the other guy for the water heater. I said, go and check the water heater and give us a price to do this water heater for Beast's house. So that is what's going on. This has consumed my morning since 8 o'clock this morning. This has been going on. This is crazy.
I want people to know Lou B has the patience of a saint. I don't know how you have been dealing with this. We could not get a straight answer out of Beast for a week and a half on what the deal is, what the problems are. Somehow you got a plumber sent to his house. It's now 2 plumbers. What is the ultimate damage so far? How much does this cost so we could raise some money for the Beast Plumbing Fund?
So I think the real money is going to be in this water heater. I think that's where we're going to need the guys to jump in, Ralphie Rocks and Cisco the Rich. I could handle this one, but the next one might be a little bit crazy. But I don't know what's going to happen right now. Joshua is in Beast sub. So,
can we get Joshua on the line? Can you send him the StreamYard link and we'll talk to him?
I did. I told him. I said, Joshua, look up Jake Ashman show. They're talking about you. Right? He's like, what? Just hearing from some New York accent, some guy in Chicago was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I'm texting you the call and like give it to him. And if I see Joshua the plumber, we'll bring him up and we'll get some answers here.
I don't even know what's going on in there right now. I just hope Beast is helping him and he's down there. And then
the answer.
The best is that they sent him to leave. Like, no, don't worry, we have somebody for the water heater. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get back in the house, Joshua. Please go find out what's going on. And I thought it was a boiler. It's not a boiler. It's a different type of unit down there. A lot to learn I have to do about these Chicago homes right now. And I'm in the middle of work.
And while you've been handling all that, we announced a pretty big event today. So can you break down Gangrene Beach Club for everyone? Because this is your place. What do you do for a living, Lou? And why are we doing this at the Ocean Casino Resort at HQ2?
So I throw parties for a living, and the Beach Club opens Memorial Day to Labor Day. It fits about 3,000 people. So that day we have a big event. And on that day, it's a guy from Love Island called Nick Vans. He's during the day about 4 o'clock. And then earlier in the day, we're going to do Gangrene Beach Club. It's outdoors. It's right on the boardwalk. It's the Revel. It was the former Revel Casino that turned to Ocean. So it's a multi-billion-dollar property. It's incredible. And it's a beach club with it's just a wild party. We're gonna have Gina Turner DJing the day. She's a big Jets fan. And that's it. We're all gonna show up, no jeans, wear shorts, wear your colors. We're gonna have a lot of like Jet stuff there. We invited some players. We're working on it. We've been working on it for a while, me and Jake. So it is going to be great. You don't have to stay there. You could stay in there's like 9 casinos in Atlantic City. You could stay 30 minutes out. Hotel rooms are expensive in July. It's like prime season, but you're going to get a prime event when it's in prime season.
It's going to be unbelievable. I'm so excited. The commitments we got from the people on the right and some other surprise guests that you and I are still working on. Pretty epic. And I know the big Speedo contest is going to be the talk of AC that weekend. I will lose my job if that actually happens in that pool. Right there happens. I will lose my job rather quickly. I just hope nobody from work ever sees any of these photos. I don't think the people that you work with are prepared for what, a couple hundred Jet fans looks like at Atlantic City.
21? Is Max 21?
I hope he is. I'm not sure.
He'll be 21 by July is the question. We need to find that out.
It's going to be unbelievable, man. I mean, we got Mr. Bonesy showing up in a Speedo. Sabo's rocking the Speedo. It's going down.
We've been working on this, and Jake has been incredible. Got all these guys to commit so fast. We're like, let's get everyone. It was going to start with just Jake, and then it was like, Jake's like, let's get everyone. And he wasn't kidding. So we have everyone right now. And
a pretty easy sell, Lou. You're giving me too much credit. I say, hey, I'm doing an event in Atlantic City. Free booze. Come on down and hang out with Jet fans. You win. You'd be amazed how quickly people said yes to something like this.
And they're going to love the property. This is not like a normal venue. This is actually voted 14th in the world and 4th in the United States. So it's a pretty good spot. I think you guys are going to like it a lot.
Love it. We'll have you on a bunch leading up to it to promote all the cool things we have going. But
this is the easy part of my day. The Joshua the Plumber has been the difficult part of the day.
It's unbelievable. If you have any other information, let us know. We'll be keeping our eyes plugged in on the plumbing situation. Again, Luby hired a plumber. They're at Beast House right now. We're working on the bathtub. Then we got the hot water heater to fix. So we're going to figure all this out.
Yeah, it's getting done one way or another, Jake. But if anyone has any questions, reach out to me too. It could be a little confusing. But Flagship. I see someone. Flagship is right across the street. Flagship. You have a ton of hotels there. So you could come in for the day, but the last thing you do is drink and drive. That's the only thing we ask is one thing: do not drink and drive. You will get pulled over in like two feet out of that place. So don't even try.
David goes, free booze. How will you make any money? Free booze for the people that are the special guests, David.
Yes. Not for you, David, not for you.
Yeah, you're flying in from Israel, though, David. I got your drinks for the day.
And we do not have jet fuels. I see Dylan asking for jet fuels already.
Dylan, the last thing Dylan needs is more jet fuels after Tampa.
Exactly. That's exactly true.
I love it. Lou, you're the man. Keep us posted on the plumbing situation.
This has been tough. I got to tell you, this has been tough.
I told you what you were getting into was insane.
No, the best was Beast was calling me. He's like, I'm losing patience. He ran home from Menards. So guys are going to get there. And then big fella called him to get home quick. And then the guy called me. He's like, oh, you're going to be 2 hours late. I'm like, no, don't tell me that you can't be 2 hours late with this guy. You got to hurry up. You don't understand. He's like,
notice you hired a plumber for him for free, and he's the one that's losing patience with this.
Yes. I said, where were you going to be? Where were you going to be? He's like, I'm home. I said, Beast, the show is on. You're going to be home for the show anyway. But he's in there right now getting the weight out of the tub, which I still don't know what that means.
I know what that means. Ask him to at least take pictures. If he doesn't want to come on because he's camera shy, I totally respect that. I need pictures of what this tub looks like.
How much should an average tub cost? Does anyone in the chat know how much a tub should cost to unclog? Because then we could verify about like how bad the damage is. Does anyone know? Yeah.
Any plumbers out there, call in. Now's the time.
Yeah, we need to
write in the chat.
Wait. When he told me that, I was just like, I didn't even know what to say, Jake, but let's just see what happens. I have no idea. I just have no idea what's going on right now, but yeah. All right, Dylan, that's about right. So we're going to see what's going on. All right, let's see. Jake, I don't know.
Lou, keep us posted, man. You're the best.
Go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks. Let's go. Lou B. I told you guys, Lou's the man. Yeah, he literally makes parties for a living. So we partnered up for the draft event at McFadden's, which was awesome. Gangrene Beach Club is going to be a different animal of fun. Can't wait. As far as the plumbing situation with Beast, what is there to say? I don't even know what to say. I do know Big Fella's in the raffle for 4, but he's donating his entries to Cisco. He goes, Beast, we want to meet your mom. I'd love to meet Mrs. Beastbreaker. Fortunately, Beast never makes her available. Beast, are you there? Doesn't appear like he is. Doesn't appear like he is. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Today's Jake Asman show is presented by my friends at Cheers. I will bring a bunch of cheers to our event in AC because we're going to be drinking. We're going to be having a good time, and obviously the next morning could be rough, and that's why you need to rely on Cheers to help you with your hangover. All you do is when you're done drinking for the day, you take the capsules that are Cheers. Cheers will help you feel better the next day. That's it. You just take the capsule. You feel a lot better the next day. It is a hangover pill, essentially. You feel a lot better. You wake up clearer, more functional, and ready to go instead of being miserable the very next day after drinking. So if you want to enjoy a night out with your fellow Asmaniacs in Atlantic City, you got to use Cheers. Give them a shot. 20% off for my listeners. Code Asman at checkout. Just go to cheershealth.com. Again, code Asman at checkout. All right. International we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig in Australia. Hello, Craig.
Jake, mate. What's going on? Haven't chatted to you in a while.
It's almost that time, Craig.
This time next week, I'll be in Manhattan. And I've got to, I've obviously got to call in and ask you, have you checked in on my house? How's the Hotel Edison? Is everything all right?
The anticipation for your arrival. I mean, I think they're in the process of building a statue for you.
It better be made of gold, all right? Or either that or Vegemite color. But I've got Vegemite for you. So I got you.
You're trying to kill me?
Well, I've got quite a bit, actually. So I'm trying to kill quite a few people. But just remember, when you put it on your toast, just very, very thin layer. That's all you need to do. So you'll survive. Trust me. It'll make a man out of just about anybody. You won't have a problem. But I'll be in DC first, and I'll be Amtrakking my way up on Monday morning next week. And like 6 months ago, we were talking about this. I'm going, 6 months, it's so far away. And then boom, here we are. And then I switched on this morning, and I haven't caught up on the news, but I'm very worried to ask this. But what has happened with Beast in the bath? Is he stuck in the bath? What's happened?
Even worse, there's some sort of weight.
Is he plugged it up himself?
We don't know. I don't have any answer other than Lou B hired a plumber that showed up at the Beastbreaker home, and the situation is a lot worse than what anyone was anticipating. 2 plumbers are now involved, and apparently the bathtub is clogged with some sort of weight, but we're unsure what the weight is.
Okay, have we had footage from the bathtub? I hope not.
Not yet, but we are currently working on that.
All right. Well, I'm on the way to a hospital, so I better not hold this story up. But I'll be watching for the rest of the way, and I hope Beast is okay. I hope we can get him unstuck from his bath if that's what's happened.
Pray for Beast, Craig. Pray for Beast.
That's it. Looking forward to seeing everyone next week. Take care, mate.
Craig down under for only a little while longer. Craig coming to the U.S. next week. Love it. He comes. I swear to God, I see Craig like multiple times a year, and I can't even get my friends in Houston to come visit once. It's amazing. Craig's the man. More of your calls right now. Jets Plumber is on the line. Are you the Beastbreaker Plumber, Jets Plumber?
I'm here. I'm ready. I'm about to jump on a plane and head up to Beast up in Chicago. Ready to save the day. Tools in hand. Let's go, Beast. What's the problem? Talk to me.
We don't know what the problem is, and Beast is not there, so I don't know what the deal is. Are you an actual plumber?
Yeah, I'm a turd chaser. I could play a turd chaser.
All right. So what do you think the problem is based on the description?
It seems to me that Beast has been unloading his beast on that bowl a little heavy in the tub. I don't know if his ass can't fit on that toilet. He's hitting the tub for it, but we'll take care of it. We'll rip that sucker right out. We'll get in there and get on it. But my take is before I jump on the plane, I just want to know, what do you think practice is going to be like with Membu versus Bailey daily?
I like that rhyme. I'll tell you what. They're going to make each other better. That's for sure. I like the fact that Bailey gets to go up against 2 really good tackles in practice every day.
Yeah, and I just think he's just going to show him the ropes and at a high level, and that defense is going to be on fire, and hopefully Salah and his boys are ready when we come to town. Hopefully that's what we get in the first round or the first week, I should say. And once again, let's go Knicks. I'm rooting for you down here in Texas. I'm with my plumbing runch. So Beast, listen, give me that location. I'm on my way. Got my tool belt. We're ready. This boy right here will get it loose.
Hey.
Jake, keep up the good work, Jake. Beast, talk to me.
Stand by, Jets Plumber. We'll get you more information, get you on your flight to Chicago immediately. Hey, big shout out to the big fella. Just sent me a Venmo, 10 raffle entries for the big fella. He also wants to pay for 2 tickets to raffle away for our event in Atlantic City. So big fella, you are the man. And I will make sure that we do some ticket giveaways, which I had planned, by the way, but we will specifically shout out the big fella giveaways when we get a little closer. Jay Quest goes, can we hear from Lou B? Lou B was just on the show, Jay Quest. All right. He's working right now. He's trying to get his information. You're trying to tell Picasso how to paint here. What are we doing? More of your calls. Philly Noodles is next. Hello, Philly.
Yo, what's up? I swear we can't avoid me and you on the air at the same time with some beast nonsense. So weight in the tub, essentially, if you look it up and everything, he definitely has something clogged, but it's holding too much weight inside the tub, meaning it's not draining properly. And with the combined weight of a human, you start to compromise the mortar underneath. So part of my job, I'm a technical rep for.
What do you think smells worse? The Jets over the last 15 years or whatever's going on in that tub right now?
That tub's drained. It's got to be through the fucking floor. Like, it's got to be so bad. Bro, it is. If it compromises his mortar, he could fall through. The tub could collapse through the floor. I'm being dead ass serious. Like, I have people who call me all the time, contractors, homeowners, when they try to fix their mortar in their bathrooms. It's no joke. That shit will mold out, rot. So, oh man, this is, Lou B's in it to win it 1,000%.
This is going to end up being like $1 million plumbing bill by the time we're done with this.
Oh, and then whatever, if it's not a hot water heater, I mean, a good regular hot water heater could run you, I mean, real quick, like a cheap one, $5,000 to $10,000. That's like cheap side. So, I mean, oh my God. It's just like next level. The clog though, the weight hold. If you're holding water weight in your tub, I don't want to know what's in there. Like I mean, first off, let's just get real nasty with it. Poop is like dog poop. If you take a crap outside, it's gonna disintegrate. So if it's not disintegrating, what did you put through your stomach that is stuck in it? I mean, we don't want to know. We don't want to know what's going on in there, and we should all be scared. Hopefully it's just like all the L's that the Jets took. Maybe there's an interception in there. That's what's happening. That's why we couldn't funnel interceptions last year. Beast's drain is all clogged up. Maybe there's an INT in there. God knows. Jake, at least we're not getting his plumber ass. You know, it'll be a real plumber, hopefully without plumber ass. Because Beast, you know.
Hopefully his plumber's wearing pants because you know, the last time you and I did one of these calls, a guy was getting ready to go to work and some work that may or may not have been getting done. Philly Noodles.
Yes.
Beast, happy Cinco de Beasto.
Thank you very much. I'm doing a little construction right now, fixing something here.
Are you not wearing pants?
I'm working right now. I'll work here.
That was a close call.
Damn it. Motherfucker.
Brother, where's your pants?
I'm working right now. Do you see what I'm doing? Ticos a Pranlandia para siques de taro tortillos. Armed Buto, that'll be his name.
The man who said, brother, where are your pants is with us now. Kevin joins us. Hello, Kevin. Kevin? No. How could the guy who does some of my social media have terrible internet? That doesn't make any sense. Let's keep rolling with your calls. How about the guy who made the Asmaniac Madness trophy that Chef Kevin will be bringing to the event in Atlantic City? Mike DeRamo is next. Hello, Mike.
Good afternoon, guys. Jake, it came in the mail today, and this thing is sick. I'm telling you. I thought it was a regular size, but actually I kind of like this better.
It's a little bigger.
On a shelf. No. It's actually, I thought it was like a regular size helmet.
Oh, you thought it was full size. No, it's a little bigger than
no,
the
I
typical
think
mini.
this is better because it'll fit on a shelf nicer.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There you go. You deserve it. I hope you like your Nick playoff towel I threw in there too.
Oh, yeah, that too. And then this thing, I was hoping you might have sent some samples from one of your newer sponsors, InterCloud, but it was stickers. But because like this is the kind of thing you get from the like dispensary. But I just wanted to call in, and just one other thing, and I hope the champ Chef Kevin is on. I made this. The next time I see him, he'll get it. It's a picture.
Hey, I love
from
that.
It's something I made on the 3D printer. It's kind of cool. And next time I'm by the Cloverleaf, I'll drop it off for him. Maybe I'll take my wife. We'll go there for dinner next week or something. So that's it. I just wanted to call in. And one other thing. You are very good at packaging things, because it took me about 10 minutes to get the whole thing unwrapped.
I'll tell you what, I wanted to make sure nothing broke. That is a Joe Namath signed helmet, and we treat it with the utmost respect.
So, and you do have a lot of experience with that. So that's all. I just wanted to call in. Go Jets, man. I'm really psyched for the season. So hopefully we can see some good winning football on Sundays. 7-8 wins. I'll be happy.
Mike, from your lips to God's ears. You're the man. I'm glad you won the Namath Raffle prize on Saturday, and it came so quick.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that was 2 days. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, Jake. Thanks again, guys.
Mike Durham, everybody.
Let's go.
All right, comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, is in the raffle for one. I'm giving away a Breece Hall signed helmet at the end of this very show. I have breaking news from Lou B. He says that there was a rod in the Beast Breaker tub. A rod in the tub. Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, on the line right now appears to be Beast with that rod.
This thing screwed everything. Talk about what a pain in the ass. I said this to myself. You know what I say to this? Fuck a doodle doo. Wow.
What happened?
This thing was blocking the pipes where the water was at. So that guy took it out of there. Boy, was it a bitch.
How did that get in there?
The question is, I have no freaking idea. I said to myself, you know what? I've learned something.
Why are you holding it too? I feel like that thing has got to be dirty as hell.
Don't worry. I got strong soap. I got some good soap. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Hey, always remember, if you don't use this thing called a brain, you're as dumb as a box of rocks. This thing is, I'll tell you, this thing is.
What does it smell like?
I was gonna say something stupid, but you know what? It smells like somebody's ass.
How do you know that's not what it normally smells like in your home, though? What can you compare it to?
It was taking care. Hey, this will now officially go into the Hall of Fame as how many years it's been here. It'll have a spot in the Hall of Fame.
It's gonna go into the Hall of Fame where? And you're gonna keep that in your attic?
Nope, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna glass it. Get a glass frame.
You're gonna get a display case for a stick that was in your bathtub. Am I following correctly?
And then what we'll do is put how many years of pain this thing has gone through, and then finally say, she went through a lot, kid, but you got to move on now.
Big fella says you have to stop shitting in the tub.
I don't do that. We don't do that here. Will you blind McFly? First of all, we don't do that shit there. That's rule.
What does it taste like? PBM wants to know.
Are you crazy? Have you been drinking your own bath salts again? Good thing I got some Epsom salt in there. I can sure use that for later, but I'm not gonna worry about that because this is gonna go in the Hall of Fame.
So I don't understand. Is your bathtub now working?
We got it working, but now we go to phase 2.
You still don't have hot water though, right?
That's phase 2. Phase number 2.
Now, have you thought about saying thank you to Lou B?
He'll get his wish, but unfortunately,
no. How about you say thank you now? He's not wishing for it. You say thank you for getting a plumber to come to my random ass house in a different state, 3,000 miles away.
Whoa! Hey, hot fire dragon. Did you turn up the gas or did you forget your pilot light?
You're very ungrateful to a man who spent his entire day dealing with plumbers.
That. I will say it to him on the phone when I get him on the telephone.
Say it to him now. There's 300 people watching.
Muchos gracias, El Lubi. And we'll get you a burrito, my friend. From Duo, Mexico.
Just say thank you.
That's why I said it in Spanish.
Say it in English. He speaks English.
Son of a bitch. Thank you, Lou B. Now let's get back to work.
No. We're not getting back to work. The Beast Whisperer is on the line.
His home smell is on the bed. That's what feels good. All the road smell is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. Because the show smell is on the bed. It's just more comfortable. He got a beard. Loves the jets. Super jets. Well, the big fella sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Well, that's a big fella.
Oh, dude, I know you're there. Stop.
I don't want to talk right
No, just put the camera on.
I don't.
Put the camera on. Put the camera on, dude.
I don't want to talk right now.
Dude, I want to talk. So put the camera on. You call me at fucking 10:30 at night. Put the camera on. Hey. All right, you don't put the camera on. We're not talking for a while, bro. This ain't how friends act. Put the camera on. Dude, put the camera on.
I know, but I don't feel like talking with assholes insulting me. It's
Fine,
enough.
you can talk to me. I'm not going to insult you.
No, I understand it, but the trash fucking make me.
All right, put the camera on so we can talk. I don't like talking to a fucking picture.
The chat is treating me like crap, and I'm not going to stand for that.
Okay, fine. I understand. But what you need to do, okay, is thank Lou B. Thank Lou B. Just say thank you, Lou B.
Yes, they are. They're treating me like
fucking
crap,
A.
and I'm not going to stand for that kind of tolerant behavior from them. Is disgraceful.
Dude.
Thanks, Lou B. You're a good guy, but you know what? I love you as a brother, but one of these days, when we meet, we're going for Mexican food.
Hell yeah, you're going for Mexican food. Now put the camera on. Holy shit. All right, there you go. See, that's better.
Give me a minute.
That's better. Bro, Lou B did a lot for you today, man. And that's awesome. And you got to be grateful. And everybody's busting your balls and stuff. You got a rod stuck in your pipe.
Because I have enough problems with my heart because it's in a bad place right now because all the years of drinking, partying, I don't need this. It's called y'all bastards better get the hell off my back or you're all gonna get your asses with a boot up it.
Listen, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what they're saying. All right. Where did that rod come from anyway?
From the bathtub. And I even said this is the first time I've never seen anything like this. This is
but like how did it get down there? Is it part of something?
It's part of the bathtub, but it's a piece of crap now because look at it. It was I don't know how it got jammed in there, but it was they had a fight with it. I'll tell you.
I believe it.
Let me just say this. My bathtub can take a licking and keep on ticking, but times have to go on.
Yeah.
You know what the old saying is?
No.
We all have to move on.
Okay. Well,
nothing
Lou B.
Forever.
Listen to me. You're right. Lou B deserves thanks, big thanks, because I mean he didn't have to do what he did, and he helped you out, bro. And you gotta when somebody does something like that, you gotta say it right away. Some people shouldn't have to ask you to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, look, enough is enough with the photos of that. That is disgusting. I ain't gonna tolerate this kind of bad
I can't see photos, bro.
It's horrifying.
All right.
Let me just say, enough's enough. You're either gonna show some respect, or I'll take this rod, look at on Brandon, and shove it all up your asses and make you look like the bitches because you can't take the heat.
Will the rod get stuck up their asses like it was in the bathtub?
Oh yeah, and I'll make sure to get some takoyaki. You ever have takoyaki?
I never heard of that shit. No.
Super glue.
Super glue. Okay.
Yeah, good old fashioned Gorilla Glue. And yeah, you
Okay.
know how much Gorilla Glue is? $7.
That's
Everything's going freaking expensive. As a matter of fact, look at everything. Our wood, our beef, our pork, our chicken, our supplies, duct tape, nails, even wood.
You know how much? You know how much this plumbing costs? You know how much this plumbing costs? It costs a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I
So
understand
yeah.
that.
So don't.
I never thought this would happen to me first, but you know what? We all learn from our mistakes. Sometimes in life, you can't get what you want, but you gotta get what you need.
Yep. Exactly.
It's
So
it's the way it is. It's all I can say. It's just the way it is. We're all one day when we look back at these memories 50 years from now, we're all gonna laugh about this kind of incident and have a nice bottle of water over at a table and sit there just like, look at this. 50 years from now, this is, oh my God, this thing is old and beaten. I'm like, yes. And by then, all this stuff will, and this, I'm not gonna say it again. I do not like drinks. I used to love Hennessy. I don't drink. Stop with the drinks.
Dude, it's just pictures. It don't matter.
I don't want the drinks.
No one's giving you the fucking drinks. It's just a picture.
I don't like it. I don't like Hennessy. I used to love that. This. I will.
All right.
I'll talk later.
All right. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Well, you said
you did a great job there, big fella.
Thanks,
you really
man.
are the beast whisperer.
I just don't take his shit. That's all. But yeah, no, he's.
Do you think I could buy that raffle or buy that rod off of Beast and use it as a raffle prize?
You might, right? I mean, I don't know. That might be a good idea. You know, have him send it to you and bring it to Ocean, dude.
Hey Lou, have your plumbers make sure that it's not a biohazard.
Yeah, encase it in like resin and stuff. You know, so it's like a trophy or something like that. You know. That's something.
Well, you're the man, big fella, and I will make sure we raffle away 2 tickets in your honor as well.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I wish I could go, but little fella is priority. So I got to be in Nashville for him. So
love it. Hopefully you're in Nashville again for the Jets opener then.
Bro, you can't keep me away from Nashville, dude.
Love it. It's the best city, man. I know you were there 2 years ago too when the Jets won.
Hell yeah, man! I was representing at the Barstool Club. I saw New York Jets Atlanta there.
Yep.
A bunch of other guys, bro. I was wearing the Asman tank top, and first time I met Fireman Ed there, man. And then I see him at the draft party. He's like, "Oh, you're the big fella." I'm like, "Oh, you remember, bro? Cool. That's awesome." So yeah, but yeah, good stuff, man. If you have a chance to go to a meetup, go to a meetup. They're amazing. It's great to meet all the people in the community, and Jake does a great job. And you know, I highly recommend it.
Big fella, you're the best. Appreciate you.
Thanks, brother. Take care.
All right, keep rolling with your calls, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Breece Hall helmet up for grabs at the end of the show. Want to remind people, if you love the show, you should be on my Patreon. Get in the Discord. All right, you get a bunch of bonus perks, the Discord being the biggest one. And it's a nonstop extension of the YouTube chat all day long. So all your favorite callers are in there, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. The next caller on the line, I'm being told, was actually the first Asmaniac to purchase a ticket to Gangrene Beach Club. We announced it exclusively for people on my Patreon and Discord a day before we went public with it. In fact, I think we announced it on Saturday, or maybe it was yesterday, getting my days confused. But nonetheless, this guy was the first to buy a ticket, so I will officially be seeing him in July. Hit it.
Jet wagons always cooking, which it takes. Chuck wagons even cooking at the game. Chuck wagon hates McDonald's, but he's headed home to cook. It's time once again for Chuck Wagon.
Hey, Jake.
Hello, Chuck Wagon.
Oh, I am so fucking ready to go. I can't wait for July.
Are you excited? Are you going to get after it?
Oh, I am. Yeah, it's something, have some fun, something I deserve. Can't wait.
Are we going to see a hammered chuck wagon in Atlantic City?
No. I will try to be as fun as I can, but no, no, I hope not.
Are you going to be in the Speedo competition?
If I see something nice, online shopping right now, that's what I was doing, trying to find a nice little thing to wear for July. Want to really look nice, just to impress, everything. Already got my hotel. I'm gonna go down a day early, so I'm gonna be down there Friday and Saturday.
I'm excited to see that.
And it'd be nice to really see you live, face to face. So, yep. But just wanted to let you know that can't wait.
We're excited, Chuck. I mean, the idea of getting you in Atlantic City, hanging out with the Asmaniac community. I mean, there's nothing quite like that.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I promise you that.
Well, I'll tell you what. You reach out if you have any questions, all right, Chuck Wagon? But I'm pumped for you.
Yes, I definitely will. But I'm sure that I'll just be counting down the days. That's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chuck Wagon. Before we go, any experience in plumbing? Any advice you'd share to Beast dealing with his situation?
No, I usually call a professional and let them take care of it.
I see.
Sorry. Not
Ladies
much
and
help.
gentlemen, the Chuck Wagon.
JETS. Yes. All right, let's go.
More of your calls coming up. Super chat from Jay Petito in the raffle for 4 Breece Hall signed helmet. He says, glad Breece got paid. 2022 draft was a special group. I mean, the Jets have now been able to at least retain 2 of those guys, right? Garrett and Breece. Felt like for a while it's just going to end up only being Garrett. Jermaine got traded. Sauce got traded last year. At least we got, for the foreseeable future, Garrett and Breece from that class. Let's see here. Comments, questions, super chats. Derek is next. Derek, how was Medieval Fest over the weekend?
The Renaissance Festival was a lot of fun, actually. Sadly, my service was crap. I don't know if it's because there's a billion people around or what, but I did try to call in from the show and let you guys experience a little bit of it. But it was a pretty cool time. The most fun that was probably had was the jousting, and they had these guys and they would like light up fire sticks and they toss them around and stuff. It was pretty cool. The giant turkey legs were very good. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty good time. I love that line by Beast. My bathtub's kicking and it can take a licking. I just wanted to say that was probably one of my favorite one-liners. DT had a comment in the chat and it said he could give the rod to little Joey. I think maybe he could put it in the cage and he could use it as a little jungle gym. Maybe he could do some curl ups or something on that. Little Joey can stay in shape.
Solid suggestion.
I do have somewhere I need to be. I'll just keep it brief. I was wondering, since we're definitely on the road week 1, who do you think where we're at? If you had to guess somewhere, other than Tennessee, what would you
Buffalo.
say? Buffalo? Oh man, I guess at least we get a tough road game out of the way early, and we can kind of see how we stack up against probably the best in the division.
Well, then you start 0-1. That stinks.
Yeah, that would stink. But yeah, hopefully that's not the case. I do think that we have a talented enough roster. We should definitely be competitive in a lot of these games and be able to keep up with some of these guys, especially in the division. If we go 1-1 against like the Pats and the Patriots, I think that we had at least a pretty solid chance of getting second in the division, at least. I don't see that happening per se, but hopefully I'm wrong. And then next, I wanted to ask you one real quick thing. How many rushing yards do you think Breece goes for next year?
1,150.
1150. I love that. I think that'd put him in our top 10 rushing leaders of all time. I believe. I would definitely get down for that. And then I wanted to ask, I got us at 7 wins. I definitely hope we win more, but I wanted to see where you're at on our win total as of right now.
I'm at around 6 wins right now.
6? I like that.
Yeah.
I just want to be respectable and competent in these games, That's all I got to run. Shout out to you. Love the show, Jake. Love all the fellow Asmaniacs. JETS, Jets. Let's go, baby.
Derek, appreciate you. Hopefully you could join us in AC. New set of weekly raffle prizes, by the way, for those tuning in late. Darrelle Revis signed end zone pylon. Joe Klecko signed Hall of Fame inscription jersey. Wayne Krebet signed football. Those are the top prizes. in the Asmaniac raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has agreed to wear a Speedo at our Asmaniac Speedo contest down in Atlantic City. He's on the line. We say hello to the man himself.
If Mad Max ain't yapping about jets, that boy, he's jamming. He's standing, freaking dancing, wall smashing. I'm Jake Asman. If Mad Max ain't ever stopped yapping, that boy, he still be dancing. Then call Jake Asman. He got an orange wall.
What's up, Asmaniacs? Can you guys hear me? Oh man, let's talk about my sports take. So the Knicks, they swept the Phillies. The Phillies, they look like babies. They're like, wah, wah, wah. And Nick Nurse is like, crying, oh, we need to play tougher. You know what? The Knicks are they're just the best, honestly. And look at me in the Speedo competition. I will beat Beast Bailey in the pool at the wrestling competition in Atlantic City. Is Beast online? Oh man, look at Gary. Me and Gary will beat Beast regular in a fight. You know, we'd be punching pretty hard, honestly. Is Beast online? Because me and Gary are gonna be in pretty bad, honestly, in that fight at the pool.
Sweet.
Good job. Honestly, Beast Breaker, we will be. Remember that pool picture? That is gonna be us in Atlantic City when me and Gary will beat you in wrestling. Honestly.
Look, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your bullshit because you're nothing more than a scammer, a grifter, and a scuzzball. I have a beautiful queen. You have no respect. You need to show some respect to a man who's busted his back, broke his bones, and you have nothing to say because you're just a young punk with a bad attitude. See, this is what this new generation is all about. Yeah, you guys think you're some big tough guys because you think us guys in our 40s can't get anyone done. Well, you know what? Us 40s can do it better than you can. You're still a virgin. Just remember that.
Beast, you will stick that metal rod
you're
up your ass.
virgin.
I'll stick it up your ass, Beast. Honestly.
The only thing you stick up your ass is when Gary's there giving you the Rhino crypto or his kryptonite.
Honestly, Gary is gonna beat you to
I
fight.
break
Gary,
you. I will break you in half.
what do you guys' opinion on me doing a backflip through this orange wall?
Max, are you 21, by the way?
I'm 21.
Okay, good. We definitely can
Turned in
have you.
February, honestly. I turned in February, Jake.
Yep. I mean, I needed to make sure that you were available. That you're 21 years old.
I am 21. Just started in February. Probably the youngest Asmaniac at this Atlantic City. Hey,
21 and over. Now,
I know. I'm probably
what if you and Beast get along? By the way, I'm going to comp your ticket, Mad Max. Lou B just rose. Max is in. So, Max, we're going to make sure that we get your ticket taken care of. All right. So, we will see you there. What if you and Beast could get along, though? Is there a way for that to happen?
Honestly, Beast is just not in my league, honestly. He's not in my league. Trust me. He's not in my league. Look at these big guys.
You go to fucking hell because I had nothing to say to you anyway. You couldn't even carry my bags, pal. But let me say this. Before you were even born, I was breaking necks before you came out of your mother's womb, you little asshole.
Oh man.
I got nothing to say to you. Go back to school and get an
You guys were smiling here, though. Why is there so much hostility?
Look at the pool party. Look at this.
Don't get smart with me. I don't buy this AI shit. As a matter of fact, I would kick him right in the back of the brain and knock this guy's head off. And put two coconuts together and ka-ching. You know what that spells? Headache, etc. number 37.
Oh man, we got it. Look at that pool party. Look at us, look, bro. No wonder why the lifeguards. They probably want to break up. You don't wonder the lifeguards are going to be there. They're going to break up that fight. We're going to break up that fight. When Beast Breaker's going to get destroyed by me and Gary in that pool party.
I don't trust little bitches like you. You're nothing but a bitch.
Hey, Beast, honestly, what's the latest? Max, shut up for a second. What's the latest with the plumbing situation? Do we have an update?
The bathtub's up to grade. I already just put the comment on. The next thing I'm putting on is going to be some strong stuff. Then the last thing to do is going to get that hot water heater going again. And then once it's finalized and sealed, we're gonna have some peace. And then I want to get my hands even more dirtier because I'm going to do garden work.
Will you say thank you to Lou B for fixing this?
Right. He already got through his telephone. He heard me loud and clear. I'm not.
The world needs to hear you.
I'm off the street. I ain't some loser off some freaking street corner.
Do me a favor. Yell out your window. Thank you, Lou B.
Muchas gracias, el señor Luby. You are
In
welcome
English.
to my
No,
community.
in English. We speak English.
Thank you, Luby. You're welcome here to my community.
Now, yell it out the window, though, so the people in your neighborhood know it's Lou B.
We got people are outside. I don't want to feel like the. I don't
That's
want
the
to feel
point.
Like
Everyone must know what Lou B did.
We got people that are Spanish. They don't know who Luby is.
Everyone knows who Lou
I'm
B
the only
is.
New Yorker with the attitude because why I got Bulls. Half of them are Bulls fans. Half of them are morons. Let's look at it. You got oxymorons. You got.
But they all know who Lou B is.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Lou B is more famous than Michael Jordan in Illinois. Little do you know.
We'll see. All we gotta do is look it up on the AI department. That's what they got. That's what they created it for.
I mean, Beast. He was at the draft party in Pittsburgh. He was.
I want nothing to say to you.
Than Roger Goodell.
You're
honestly.
a used twat. That's all you're a used twat. Now go check your tampons and go put one up your ass.
Hey, what's the deal with you two having shrimp cocktails in the pools? Is the thing?
Whoever's fucking making this shit is retarded and completely on drugs or completely senile because someone must have sniffed a little too much paint thinner and went, "Oh, I'm high on paint thinner. I'm high." Well, you know what?
You a shrimp cocktail guy, Max? You like
I mean,
shrimp cocktails?
look at that shrimp cocktail. I would feed Beast that shrimp cocktail like pretty badly.
I think it'd be a lot of fun to watch you two feed each other shrimp cocktails.
Is Beast even going to this event? Honestly, Beastburger, are you even going to this event?
I hope so. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Go to commercial. Go to commercial. Go to commercial.
Are you tired of grilling outdoors? Are you tired of having to go to the kitchen to cook? Thanks to Beast's ultimate taste tool, my troubles are over. Sure, it's a little smoky, but who cares? Look, I even got a bucket to shit in so I never have to leave my room. Now you're cooking with butt.
Oh man, Beastburger, are you going
You can't beat shit. Okay? You can't beat shit. When I was your age, back then, some 20-some years ago, I was making a name for myself. I'm like, you asshole. You have zero to offer, zero to qualify, and you're not.
Why did you even make a name for yourself, honestly, Beast? What did you
have
make a name
done zero for anything. You haven't even learned anything. You're not a Christian. You're not Catholic. You're just some dumb atheist who has the lowest IQ of toilet paper and shit for brains.
You're talking about yourself, honestly.
No. First of all, you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. You're dumber than we all thought.
Jake
You're just
Jake,
dumb. D-U-M-B.
I think
You are
should be. I think Beastburger needs to be in the hole, honestly. Jake West, you're right. Beastburger needs to be in the hole. Beastburger should be in the hole, honestly.
You know what you wear? You wear your mom's thong and you wear her bra because you want to think you're some hot shot with the little tetas going up the sky like that, but I poured.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
and you know what you like to do? You like to do too. You like taking that little cocktail and going, "Allah, la verga." And then I see you, and you know what's funny? You know what's funny about you? I picture you dancing around going. Yeah, at some local gay bar with Gary going.
Honestly, Beastburger, Gary is a better caller than you. Can you hear me?
No, wrong boy. I'm more better than Gary. I'm more God than Gary. Gary's a fake Christian. He's weak, just like you. You and him are two of the gayest lovers on this miserable, rotten planet. You'll never get anywhere. You know why? You don't got battle jackets. You don't got belts. You don't got what it takes to be the best. You're not the man. You're just the ass. And except here's one little thing that you are too. You're like the flaming hemorrhoid in my ass when I'm taking a shit. How you like them apples, you bitch?
Honestly, Beast.
What's the
Beast, let's just
matter?
put you in the
What's the
hole.
matter? Did you pee? Did you pee your pants? Oh,
Nah, Beast.
I think I should say like Terry Silver. Oh, you don't have to. You can stand there. Let me kick your ass. Yeah,
Oh, man.
I gotta go take a shit right now. Yeah, feel the pain, Daddy boy. Hey, you're doing this to yourself, man.
Could you
Ah!
just,
Ah!
could you,
Ah!
hey, yo. Hey, could you cool it for a few minutes? Can you give us all a break, especially me? You know, I got a folder full of clips I need to edit because you keep giving us these highlights. I need you to slow down. I don't have time to edit highlights of you because you've just been too
That was
funny.
by far the taste of. You want to see some more? I want to see a lot more. Bring
No,
him back.
nobody wants to see more.
Bring him back.
Nobody wants to
Hey,
see more.
see his face? I think. See the trail?
How can there be open phone lines? Does anyone have a Jets take? Just give me a break. I cannot deal with any more highlights. Stop
I
being
got a
so
good Jets
funny.
take. I got a good Jets take.
What do you got, Max?
I think it was a good. I think it was a good deal that we signed Breece Hall. We need players that have muscles. We need players that fight. We need players that have character. I think it was a great move that we signed Breece Hall back for that deal.
So think about what you just said. You said we need players with muscles. Do you think that's hard to find?
I mean, I'm more muscles than Beast Rager, honestly.
No, you don't.
What team doesn't have muscles?
You only have a small dick. That's what you got.
I mean, look, no, I meant like we need players that like are. Can you hear me? You know, our players for years, Gator, have been strong. Have been weak mentally. They quit. They have no fight.
Beast,
They have
Beast.
no balls.
Get off your computer. Get on your phone. Bring us down to the bathtub. We want to talk to the plumber. Can you do that?
Plumber left like 10, 15 minutes ago.
All right. Well, get on your phone and bring us down to the bathroom. We want to see all the work that he did. Can you do that? Call in on your phone.
I can arrange that for you there, Mr. Scapelli.
No, don't arrange it. Just do it.
Don't worry.
Get it done.
Keep your pants on.
All right. Call in on your phone. All right. How you doing, Max?
Now look what you've done.
Offensive line, defensive line.
Beast Breaker 666. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to cut your call off and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. Do you understand me? You catch my drift?
Are you seriously on crack? I think somebody
Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
How about you bending over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
J-Quest has sent Beast to the hole. However, Beast, if you could produce what this bathtub looks like, I will get you out of the hole and pay the bounty and free you.
I'm going to rip that guy's throat out and choke slam him straight to hell.
Come on, I'm trying to help you here. I'm extending an olive branch. I will post your bail. We just need to see what this is all about here.
You'll get your damn wish. Fucking asshole.
So are you going to call back? Hey, you're in the hole.
Fuck that.
Hey.
Yeah, fuck it.
Hey.
Fuck him.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Calm down.
Rotten bastard.
Calm down. Show us the bathtub. Beast. Beast. Beast.
I'm going to get that guy, whoever did this to me. And believe me, when I do, I'm going to put a knife to his throat and slit him to a fucking piece. You're a dead man. You're a fucking dead man.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
I got to stand for this shit, not today.
I'm going to free you, Beast. I'm a man of my word.
Thank you. Good enough.
I'm posting bail. You've been removed from the hole. Let's just have a conversation. I'm going to post bail for you.
What a fucking day.
AK, I'm sending Jake West back his Venmo. He's the one who sent you to the hole.
Well, did somebody call for the fabulous Freebirds? What does this number say? 911.
Do you think Jake West should be fearful that you're going to come after him now?
He's hated me since day one. He just might as well see the last. One more. 911.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gusbuster Umbrella hotline right now to talk to the man himself is none other than Jake West.
Yo, what's up, Jake? Beast, why you a little bitch? Why do you care what people fucking think about you? Why do you give a shit, bro? That's your problem. That's why you lost to Leany in the first round as a 1 seed.
You don't get it, do you?
That, man.
You
Be
don't fucking get it, do you? Look, twat head. I got nothing to say to you. I've had enough problems on my freaking plate all this year because some people like you don't get a goddamn message. You think you're some hotshot, big shot artist? I got something to say to you. You ain't got the nuts enough to do this. Because you know what now that I hate about you? You are just like the rest of the Addy crew. You got nothing to say but insult people, put them down, and you can get away with murder because you want to think you're some, oh, look at me, I'm a big shot. You're a big loser. That's what you are in my book. You're a loser.
How about you say thank you to fucking Lou B?
How about you get off my balls for once in my life and get a brain? You know what I hate about you? You know what's funny? You're just like Gary. You're just like Gary. The rest. You're all Addy show.
Can't even say that.
The rest of those idiots and that what is it? That stupid No Kings protest.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? How about all I wanted you to say thank you to Lou B. Thank you to Lou.
I already took care of it. Why don't you get a life?
You don't appreciate shit.
You don't shit.
That's your fucking.
Hey,
in a fucking green room.
Kick in the ass. Fruit. You're a fruit cake. Got nothing to offer, wimp.
What up, Beast? Fuck, I can't hear you.
You saw 911. You saw 911. Lucky I don't want you around me.
Up, that is.
Screw you, deadbeat. Scoundrel. What a scoundrel.
Oh, man.
Get the
Beast
fuck
Breaker.
out of here, you little retard.
You need to stop thinking what other people think of you, Beast. Get out there. You're beloved
I'll give it to you. Oh, if I could give it to you right now, I'd give you all that ass beating like you never believe. And you can take that picture and shove it up your freaking ass. AI this. You know what? Let me just say this. I look way better than what AI could put out. Fake.
Look at the picture of the pool.
Get out of here, you freaking
honestly, your life
bad.
wasn't there to break up
Go
the fight.
fix your hair. Go fix your hair. Get your act together. Straighten that up, monkey head.
Beast, I have the best haircut.
You
of all
are a
time.
deadbeat waste of space. You'll never get laid. You'll never have women on you. You're just a loser, low IQ, a pissant, and a cheap ass.
Me and Gary get more women
I
than
sweat
you.
more harder than your sorry ass could do on your best day, pal.
Honestly,
I've been in
Gary.
the ambulance. Let me ask
Gary's
you
gonna
a
win.
question.
If me
Who
and
cares
you were
about
as me and
Gary?
Amanda,
Who
yo,
cares
if
about
me
Gary?
and
Who cares? Go kiss him then. Go. Why don't you go have sex with him then?
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what Jake, I meant put Beast in the hole. Put Beast in the hole.
Fuck you. Just die.
Put Beast in the hole.
Why don't you just go kill yourself? You'd be better off.
Put Beast in the hole.
Suck a dick. You dildo. What a terrible day. Wow.
Say thank you to Lou B one more time, Beast. He deserves it.
Luby, thanks, brother. Just let me be today. I'm already getting a headache right now from yelling at every fruitcake. I can't stand this crap anymore.
Beast, have you thought about not yelling at everyone? Like the chat just messes around. As we've told you a million times, most people love you, Beast. You should focus on that. Your thoughts?
I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
How about the fact that you're so beloved that someone went out of their way to get a plumber to show up to your home in a completely different part of the country?
I don't know what to say.
Today sounds like a good day to me. You got your bathtub situation figured out. Also, you realize Mad Max is 21, right? Why does he get you so angry? He's a kid.
He's a punk.
Right, so who cares if he
Young
says
punks
Gary's
like
a
that
better
today
caller
don't
than
know
you?
anything what I've got. When I was 21, I was getting my ass kicked, and I was still fighting it. But you know what I learned in life? When you get your ass beat, you keep going, you keep fighting it, and keep.
No
fighting
one's
it.
fighting.
And then you learn. And
You
you
live
learn
in an
to
attic. There's no fighting. Mad Max calls in. He's in college. He says Gary's a better caller than you, and you flip out and get mad at him. Who cares?
Please. Gary makes me want to regurgitate.
Yeah, but Mad Max and you can get along really well, as we see in this photo.
This is sad. This is really sad.
Do you like shrimp cocktail? Should we replace it with something else at the party? Is that a yes? I'll take that as a yes.
I get more girls than you, honestly. Y'all got nothing.
Gosh.
You're fiction.
Doing good. Let's see my boxing.
You're fiction. Look at my biceps.
No, kid.
You're a fake wrestler, honestly.
What is going on?
Good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, last chance to enter the Asmaniac raffle. Breece Hall signed helmet is our prize. We're going to raffle that away in a matter of moments. Reminder, Gangrene Beach Club tickets are now on sale. Join us on July 11th. Bring your Speedos or don't. Most people will probably say it's a good idea to not bring it. But if you do bring it, you, Mad Max, shrimp cocktails. Nothing better than that.
Let's go!
I am counting all the names for the Breece helmet. I'm almost done with that. Then we will spin the Wheel of Champions. I hope the Master of Raffle ceremony can get us there. But he's been through a lot today. The plumbing, the wood stick thing. It's been very stressful for Beast, even though Lou B was dealing with 7 different plumbers for 8 hours today. I was getting updates all day, and Beast barely thanked him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Almost ready for the raffle wheel here. Do. Stand by. It's going down. All right. We got all the names on the wheel. Super chat from Kevin who says, Speedos are not mandatory, but encouraged. I agree. That's how I'm viewing it as well. As long as it's green, you're in the clean. All right. I'm done talking today. Let's get to the Wheel of Champions, shall we? I don't know if this guy's going to be able to send us there, so we might need someone on standby. Ladies and gentlemen, is the master of raffle ceremony ready?
What do you need? You know I'm not in a good mood today. I already took a diarrhea dump, and my back's killing me. Does anybody else need anything? This is terrible.
Beast, are you there? Are you going to take us to the Wheel of Champions? Beast? Beast? Are you crying over this? Beast? Beast? Ladies and gentlemen, the Beast Whisperer is on the line.
You want me to do it today?
Yeah, because he's crying. I don't understand.
Yeah. I'll do it if you need.
All right, Beast, last chance.
You ready?
All right, I'm ready, big fella. Show him how it's done.
All right. Let me show you something first.
No way.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You know,
it is now time to spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions.
Yeah.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Yo, Jake, what's up? Why am I on the show? Jake, you there?
I gotta go take a shit right now.
And we're ready for the Wheel of Champions, ladies and gentlemen. Da, da, da. Here we go. Hit the music. All right. All the names are on the wheel, except one. Black Gypsy is in for one last entry. Thank you to Mr. Gypsy. By the way, big fella, outstanding job sending us to the Wheel of Champions. Good luck to all. Only one Asmaniac can win. It's a Breece signed helmet. Please send it, or please email me your name and address so I know where to send it to when we're done here. Good luck. Here we go. One spin to determine a winner. And the winner is... Cisco Lopez. Cisco signed Breece helmet. Congrats to Cisco. Hit the Cisco emoji in the chat. He is this afternoon's raffle winner.
Sometime I do super chat. Sometime I do give membership. But all the time I love the Jake Asman Show. They call me Cisco Lopez.
Cisco Lopez, the winner of the Breece helmet. Let me quickly bring on the big fella and Beast. Beast, are you there? Are you worried that big fella's going to take your job after how well he did?
I can't take his job, bro. He's too good at it.
I don't know. He's not ready when we needed him today, big fella. You think on a day Lou Beast stepped up and brought a plumber to his damn house, Beast would be willing to pay it forward?
Beast is just going through some tough shit right now. He should say thank you though, like we've talked about. But I can't take his job, bro. He how many characters does he do? He does a ton of characters.
We need more from the Beast. I expect more from that man. He's a man's man.
Beast, there's only one thing that I wish you wouldn't do. You never tell somebody to kill themselves. That's fucked up. That's like the worst insult you can do. I've had a friend that committed suicide. And that is awful. You never say shit like that.
Well
because
said, big fella.
you never know who would take it seriously. So keep that in your mind, bro. Don't never ever say that to anybody. That's fucked up. That being said, I won't take your job, bro.
You're doing an outstanding job pinch hitting, big fella. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. No, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're the man. Big fella checking in. J Quest called in. Did you have an actual point at the end here?
No, I just have a question here about they announced the Lions are playing the Bills week 2. Is that correct?
I have not seen that. I've been on. Did that come out during the show?
I don't know. My son texted me. I don't know. Maybe the chat knows. But all right, so you don't even know. Okay, because I was curious if they announced as that being like their home opener. Because I really don't want to play the Bills when they open their stadium, because that would suck. It's gonna friggin' end up, bloodbath. So I guess you didn't know. Is that accurate?
I have not seen that anywhere. There's a lot of leaks out there that aren't actually real, so be careful.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was a fake leak. And Beast, stop fucking calling the show. You need a break from this shit, bro. Because we send super chats to support Jake, right? That's how Jake makes money. Yes, he gets money from views, but the super chats help him. So we're giving Jake money to send somebody in the hole. We're trying to support the guy, dude. So take it easy, bro. Just chill out.
I sent you back your Venmo, by the
Titans
way.
week 1. I saw that. Thank you. I think it's going to be Titans week 1, though. I didn't look at it. I'm driving to Brooklyn right now. It's fucking traffic everywhere. I think it's going to be Titans week 1. I'd rather see the Cardinals personally, but it's going to be the Titans. And I'm hoping the first 4 games aren't like, I'm hoping it's not like 0-4. I really wanted to see them start 2-2. Give us some fucking hope, right? Like, you'll be talking good about Glenn, hopefully. We're going to see. And I just want to see a winning season or close to it. I personally want to keep Glenn. Obviously, if we're fucking 3-14, it ain't happening. So we'll see what happens, Jake. Peace. Take a break from the show, bro. You need it, man. Jake, be good.
J Quest, thank you. I think it's going to be Tennessee too. From J Quest, we go to a new caller on the line. First time caller, Beast is next. Hey, Beast. You got a jet chant in you? End the show on a high note? You just sit there in silence? No? All right, well, if you don't want to give us a jet chant, I'll give you one that we have from a previous episode. Go Jets.
No, thank you.
Jets. Let's go.
All right. Congrats again to Cisco on the Breece helmet. Appreciate everyone who tuned in today. Tomorrow, Tanky V will join me. Only planning on one live show tomorrow. I'm covering an event that Harrison Phillips is going to be at. So stick around for some content later this week involving that. So I'm only doing one live show that will be in the morning at 10. So we'll do a jersey giveaway in all likelihood during the first show. You guys are the absolute best. Shout out to our guest earlier, Justin Fried, first time guest on the program. And then Sabo was on with us for a full mini camp recap. That was on the first show earlier today. Get your tickets now for Gangrene Beach Club. You guys are the absolute greatest for watching Jet content in May. We're so grateful for that. This event on July 11th is going to be outstanding. Outstanding. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to share more details as we keep getting a little closer each and every day. You guys are the greatest. Thanks for tuning in. I won't leave you all empty-handed, though. I'm going to take you down memory lane. Think back to a time when this show really went into hyperdrive. JETS, Jets. Let's go Knicks. Hit it. All right, more of your calls right now before we wrap. Mets 2128 is up next this segment. What's up, Mets?
Not much. It's been a while since I've been on, Jake.
Where you been?
Not much. Putting in my hours on the grind over at Lowe's. Doing stuff mostly involving wrestling and baseball, going to comic conventions, that sort of stuff.
Comic conventions?
Mm-hmm.
Which comic convention were you at most recently?
Micro convention, not far from my house.
Where are you based?
Concord. In North Carolina, not New Hampshire.
Okay. I was going to say, because you and Charles Gorman should link up.
Anyway, as far as the whole deal with the whole Jets disrespect, I mean, let's face it. Last year, the Jets shot themselves in the foot by basically letting Aaron Rodgers throws weight around. In hindsight, it was a mistake to recruit him. You know what I mean?
Well, it didn't work. I still think it was the right move to go after him. Unfortunately, him getting hurt 4 plays in changed the entire course of what could have been.
And then last year, he started acting like a tyrant.
Well, last year, I think the biggest problem was they were so poorly coached, and then they fired Robert Saleh, which lit the season on fire at 2-3.
Yeah, made things worse.
Correct.
But in any case, now that he's gone and Justin Fields comes in, given that he's now being hedged by a guy who is both a legacy Jet player in Aaron Glenn and a guy who has been bred in the NFC North as a coach in Aaron Glenn, made me think this will give Fields someone he's more comfortable to work with. Because let's face it, in my view, when he was in Pittsburgh last year, Fields basically got cheated out of the job because Russell was throwing his weight around.
Now, let me ask you this. You think the Jets are going to be able to cultivate a young quarterback? Their history is not great doing that at all.
True. But at least unlike most rookies, especially a certain MILF chaser, at least that's the accusations against Wilson.
Did you say milk chaser?
MILF.
Oh, what's a MILF?
Older women with a big bust.
Big butt?
Bust. Front.
Bust? Like a Hall of Fame bust? Like you see in like Canton, Ohio?
Chest bust.
A what bust?
Chest bust.
A chest bust?
Older woman with a big rack.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeesh.
Hey, speaking of big racks. Thoughts?
I'm going to be sick.
Really? No, come on. Don't discriminate against boobs, Mets 2128. We don't discriminate against boobs on the show.
You're literally trying to kill me, Jake.
Kill you? Mets, I don't want to kill you. I'm just trying to get you to not discriminate.
I'm saying I'm about to die from laughter with this.
You okay there, Mets?
Yeah, I'm just done with the call.
Yeah? Yeah. Are you going to call back again?
Maybe in the future, just not the immediate.
By the way, is your actual name Mets 2128? Is that a government name?
No.
No? You want me to refer to you as just Mets? Do you have a name?
Yes.
You just go by Mets?
Yeah, for most other content creators, I go by that.
Okay. So I'll call you Mr. Mets 2128 if you want me to be more formal.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time today. Excellent call.
Thank you.
You get the fuck out.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah!
Happy birthday to you.
Does he want regular style or does he want like heavy metal style? What do you want, Beast?
A little Anthrax mixture with Public Enemy going.
Can you do that?
I don't know if I could do that, but I could go heavy metal or normal, whichever you want.
Hey, heavy metal with a little mixture of.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Since the live stream is going so well and so many people are watching, I don't know if you're aware of this, but my garbage man's birthday is next week. Can we get another show from you to honor him?
Shut up!
Happy birthday to Joey. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! He likes Kevin James, doesn't he? He likes doing this too. This is his fun.
Oh, look at that.
Are you ready to go in?
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.